And we are live. Okay. Yep. I tried to cut him off, guys. I really did. I promise. The Harry Potter slipping out. Slipping into the intro. All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 12 of Sleepless Nights. Mac, followers?
Yeah.
Do we have any?
Oh boy, so no new followers since last session. However, I'm gonna give Dory a shout out. She's been with us kind of from the start, and she re-upped her subscription. So thanks, Dory.
Oh, very nice.
you.
Love you, Dory. We also on Nights Off News. This week we're gonna have Mac and David on. So if you have any questions for them, you can reach out through the Instagram post or our new Discord channel. For those that are in there, specifically meant for Nights Off questions, you can find it in there. This one will cover the last episode and this one, since we skipped this week on Nights Off. On top of that, I believe Kate had a little bit of Velkin news to share with us.
I just saw the gifts there, Sharon. I'm sorry.
Kate, I believe you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, Velkin's playlist will be up. Where are we posting it?
YouTube.
YouTube.
And
YouTube
Twitter.
And Twitter.
You can find the
Okay.
link.
And her character post will be up on Instagram. I'd say probably this week. I have to get off my butt and answer the questions, so hopefully that'll be soon.
No rush, no rush.
No, Liam, you gotta yell at her to do it now.
No.
In my defense, Liam did message me, like, I think the day of or the day before he wanted to post it, to be like, do you have Velkin's answers? And I'm like, no.
Well, alright, hold on a second. Oh, hold on. Before you start
Let's hear the
calling,
defense.
I messaged you about it on Monday, which was my fault. I had stuff. But anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, it's partially my fault, but life is busy, shit happens.
I've been
Sorry.
super busy, so I just haven't, like, I started it, and I just haven't finished it yet.
It's all right.
Gotcha.
We love you both.
It's acceptable.
It'll happen eventually.
Anyway, I think that's all of our announcements, as far as I'm aware. So, ready to jump in. Roll some dice.
Speaking of dice.
Bad start. That was a 3.
Back, everybody.
How would you set the tone of our session like that?
We continued our adventure in the town of Elbador as the party patiently waited for their guide that was promised to arrive there by Abad, sentinel of the Order of the Blue Flame out of Orbentar. And they were there they were to wait for about 3 days for this guide to arrive. Not too much happened. They did a little bit of shopping, a little bit of tinkering. Small little conversations were had with Master Maistel, between a few of you. But on the third evening, amidst a rainstorm, we were introduced to Velkin, who, knowing her heritage, decided to enter Elbador in the cover of night during the rainstorm, accompanied by a small tressum that sat on her shoulder, covering her from the rain. As she entered the Happy Home, the inn which the party was staying, late in the evening, most heads turned towards her. You can definitely tell the townspeople of Elbador were spooked by her presence. Even the barkeep that she had conversations with before were nervous around her presence. Very stoic, light-skinned drow, or dark elf, made her appearance to all of you. Eventually, you guys got a room to talk privately. She introduced herself and told her that she was indeed your guide. Some interesting happenings happened in the inn. Some trying to avoid the new guide, and others questioning her a little bit further. Horses were bought. She told you that she is to guide you to a place called the Great Rift, near the town of Hardcastle, which is to the southeast of Elbador. We were to follow the old road the whole way there, which is a good few 100-mile trek away from the town. she said there, this Great Rift is where the Black Star Gate resides, or at least that's what history has told our Velkin. After preparations were made, things were gathered. Cart was bought. Velkin, Ook, I don't remember who else was riding in the cart, led by Isaiah, followed by the rest of you riding horses, began your trek. The road itself, well kept. You're not too quite sure by whom, but the large dirt road, you can definitely tell, has seen some travel to and fro Elblador, as this being one of the main roads traveled through the southeastern part of the region to the northern part of the regions. Elblador, in its history, used to be a very good central point for the Chondathians to reach the south. In the distance, you can see the large mountain range, kind of encapsulating your view. And as you got to sort of the mouth of the Nagaflow River, you came upon a very large stone bridge, which you saw a campfire set right in the middle. Velkin, kind of going blindsight for a moment, sent her cat, or her Tressum, up into the air. And from what she saw there, she saw a cart led by a large oxen-like creature covered in black hair with these massive horns that kind of came down to its almost touching the ground and curled back up on itself. You saw an older gentleman kind of sitting in raggedy clothes, very dark, sun-tanned skin, almost like leather baked, very, very skinny, very long beard, wearing this odd looking traveling sun cap, almost like an odd wizard, as the top of it fell over. You all decided to approach this figure, who at first seemed a little bit reserved, but then he realized that you all could be potential customers, as this eccentric old man began to sell his wares to you. Rather rashly, he's searching quickly through the back of his cart, hoping to pique your interest into the goods. Asking for a name, at first he seemed a little bit confused by the question, until he eventually told you all just to call him Luck, was his name. He pulled out a bag, which seems to go a little bit deeper than it was holding a lot of things that were kind of odd for such a small bag that he pulled out, which you guys were interested in buying a few things. The first thing was a very interesting mug. He bought the gloves of fire, some sculptor's clay, and what he called the mob torch. So you guys got some interesting magical items, which I'm assuming you had split up and gone to the appropriate parties. Quickly, after doing a trade and taking your gold, as quick as this oxen would pull him, he decided to take off towards the northern part of the road, kind of where you guys have come from. But that's kind of where we left off, except for one thing. Before he left and closed his bag and took his leave, our Velkin decided to pull a little trick on this wily character herself. And as you all kind of departed, and once Luck was out of earshot, she made the gloves of fire appear, almost out of thin air. And that is where we left off. Go ahead. So, just to kind of set the scene a little bit, first off, I forgot to say one thing. That oxen-type creature was recognized by Vulcan as a Roth, which is sort of the cattle of the Underdark. And right now, it is rather beautiful out. You sit on this large stone bridge. To your left and to your right, you can see the Nagaflow River. And you probably sit 150 to 100 feet in the air above the river, so you can look down and you can see it's flowing nice and smoothly. But a little bit quicker because of the rain that had recently come through. Let me just pull up a map real quick. You are still probably about 150 miles or so until the closest waypoint that you know of Velkin. So you do still have some travel ahead of you. But where we left off was Velkin kind of making these gloves appear in the back of the cart as Luck rode away, pretty much unawares.
Do any of us notice?
I mean, she made them appear in her hand and is now wearing them.
Sure. I don't know if we're on the move at that point, so we're kind of, I don't know.
It is up to you.
Wait. Where did you get those? They look similar.
Oh no, these are the ones that he showed us.
Wait. Did we buy them? I'm
No.
confused.
No, we didn't. He swindled you, so I swindled him back.
But
He didn't actually swindle us, though. I mean, he didn't sell anything well, but for a good deal. We didn't get any good deals, but it wasn't quite a swindle.
Velkin, you have my respect.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. She's like kind of looking at them. She's like, oh, these will be very handy. And you gave him quite a bit of... You did give him quite a bit of gold, so, you know, it's not like he didn't walk away with anything.
So does that count as stealing?
Yes.
Because we paid for things.
No,
they do.
What
What?
do you
It's
pay
theft.
for those?
So
Which I am
it's-
fully
it
in support
is-
of, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Egg. I was gonna put it, just explain it fairly clearly. We bought things, so the things we bought are now. Those gloves we didn't pay for, but they're ours now. So I think we should probably get going before Luck realizes something and pulls something horrible out of that bag.
Yeah, let's go.
As they're talking about the gloves, I'm gonna assume since we're the only two not really involved. I guess Redrick wasn't super involved either, but Calder's gonna kind of like pull back from the rest of the group a little bit next to Ren, and while they're chit chatting up ahead, when'd you change your hair?
What?
Your hair,
I'm
the
just-
bottom of it's not red anymore.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess it just kind of went back to normal.
Oh, all on
Weird.
its own, huh?
I mean, it changed all on its own, so why not?
Sure. Just seemed to happen overnight, that's all. Curious.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it happen right in front of you in the first place, so
That I did. Yeah, stranger things have happened.
that's true.
I want to... Yeah. I'm going to take an insight on that, actually.
You roll me a deception check, Sarah. Unless you're not lying.
No, she's lying.
We all know.
Right, well, I'm telling you right now, Calder, you did not see through me. That's a 26.
God.
What do fuck?
I'm better at lying than I am at telling who lies.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Keep an eye
Pretty
on it,
weird.
I guess. Yeah, let me know if anything
Yeah.
else weird happens to you. You have some kind of
Yeah.
weird connection, curse thing. Definitely don't want to let that go unwatched.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know if anything weird happens.
All right. Hey, listen, you seem a little unsure or hesitant or... Listen, just know. Genuinely. I'm here to help. Anything. We're all in this together now. We gotta watch each other's backs. All right?
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Now I'm gonna go see what the fuck's going on. I think Velkin robbed the man.
Oh, yeah, no, she definitely stole those gloves.
Go up ahead. Hey, you,
Wait. So does it count for stealing yet we paid for other things?
Yes.
Or
Yep.
If you
Yes,
take
it
something
does
without
count.
paying for it, that's theft. Well, if you take something that you aren't given, that you're not paying for, that you're not giving anything else in exchange for as well.
You
But
robbed a strange magical man we bumped into on the road? That doesn't seem...
do you think
Like the
we're going to
best
see
idea.
him again? I don't think so.
He did
Oh,
say
now
he'd
that
see
we
us
stole
again.
from him, maybe.
He did literally say he'd see us again.
Also,
Connor just
Oh,
We'll
we
deal with that
should
when it
probably at least take a look at all of this stuff to make sure it's not cursed in any way. Can we? I don't know.
Might be a
Can
good
I do
idea.
that? I can tell if it works, but I can't
I
really.
know
I don't
above
know if
board.
I
Do
can
I
do
know
that,
in game?
actually.
What's that? If it's cursed,
No, whether or not we can tell if something is cursed.
none of you would, unless you have something that
Yeah.
you know
I,
of.
I don't believe so.
Well, it'll probably be fine.
I'm sure.
Well,
What's the worst
I
that could
mean-
happen? Anyway,
Strange
Well-
purchases and stolen items from odd magical gentlemen you meet on the road. What could go wrong?
that immediately start running. Soon as we're done purchasing, he was gone.
Yeah.
Your choice. I ain't attuned
I
to it.
mean, you think it'd be useful, which is why you took it. Though we didn't pay for it, we could use it later.
Yeah.
No,
Egg.
no, hold on. I promise.
He's thinking. He's thinking.
He's getting there.
I got it.
Loading.
I promise.
Loading.
I'm not as dumb as you think.
Oh.
So you think it's useful, so you took it, though we couldn't afford.
Well,
So
we
it
could
was worth
technically afford it.
Besides point. Makes
Well.
sense. Okay.
It's
To make it simple, Ed,
Makes
just
sense.
think of it as a 5-finger discount.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
I don't
Well,
get it now.
no, it's
It's
He
okay.
was on to
It's fine.
something.
It's
Come on.
alright. It's okay.
old
It's okay.
habits. Old habits die hard. Where I come from, this was normal, so I'm just used to it at this point.
I get that. Understood. So
Thank you.
given the
Traveling
way
with a
that
bunch
guy.
of... Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, given the way he ran off, they might not have been his in the first place.
That's fair.
Possible.
well, he didn't exactly
Seemed
ride off in
very-
the dust. He went about like a foot every minute. So it
Hey,
wasn't
as fast
exactly
as you
quick
can
getaway.
go is as fast as you can go. Doesn't matter how fast that might be.
Them legs were kicking, but he wasn't going anywhere.
Been there.
I wanted to
Well.
pet his pet. He seemed nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
Will.
thing trying to steal my pocket the whole time.
You may get another chance. He said he'd see us again. Strange as he was, I'm liable to believe that. So we'll keep our eyes open. And fuck, as far as Velkin snaking some gloves, what's done is done. So I guess we move on and hope no consequences come.
He
Sounds like a
seems unpredictable. Kind of like it.
The merchant?
How? Yes.
Oh yeah.
How close are we to town? Do we have much further to go?
Real
Days.
far, I think. We're
We have a bit.
How
Okay.
far are we
We
gone?
just left.
Yeah.
You
It's
guys,
still that
well,
long?
it was no.
3 or 4 days, I think.
Yeah, so
Something
you
like that.
guys let me
We
just
left.
pull up my map here.
We're like
I was
50
doing
feet
that
outside
before I
of
got
town.
distracted.
Yeah, we
No.
just stepped outside the gates.
20 days.
Yeah, I had it marked.
We're on day 14, if that helps.
Of travel or of game?
Total.
In
Total.
Of game. It's
Okay.
3 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We left
Yeah.
on day 11.
I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
So you've
Oh.
probably traveled about 100 miles or so, give or take, depending on the weather.
Wow.
Damn, in a few days? We're quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, you're
About
riding
20 some odd miles a day.
Yeah, I would say like 30 is usually how I count it on like a major road like this,
Cool.
even with the cart. So, Velkin, and since you kind of know the area that you're intending to travel, and Calder, I guess, actually, just go ahead and give me just a history check. Both of you.
Sorry, my brother came in. I have to roll a
Okay.
history check.
Yeah, roll a history check. Both of you
Real
do
good at
know.
history.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm real good at history. 10
21.
plus 0. So
21.
14 plus 7.
Okay.
Lord.
So, all of you can see a large mountain range from in front of you. Like, it is just the center of your view. It's still probably a good 50 or so miles off. Both of you know that those are called the Fire Steep Mountains. Getting its name for one, the fire giants that used to house there before the spell plague happened. And all sorts of different types of fire elementals. There were just kind of rumors of like a lot of that kind of activity. But Velkin, you know, the closest town to where you are now is another 150 or so miles away. It's the town of Torch. It's a small village. It's not really a town. It's been established probably for about a decade or so now. It's known for its cleanliness and its wool trade. They sell a lot of livestock and ship wool from Hardcastle and places like Innerlith, major cities that are kind of near here.
You
Is what
said
they're
this
known
is
for.
on the way.
On that, you have to go through Torch to get to Hardcastle.
Gotcha.
Essentially, but it is a small village, known for its livestock trade and mainly its wool. But that's about 150 miles away.
Give or take how many days of travel we think that is.
Another four or five. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we have about 4 to 5 days now. Till we hit our final destination, till we hit
Right.
Torch.
Torch on the way.
Yes.
Oh,
Good place to stop and restock if we need it.
George, what kind of place is it?
Small. I'd call it more of a village. Lots of livestock, wool. Known for being cleanly though, which I appreciate.
Hmm.
And it's probably and it's a good pit stop from cities like Innerlith and Elbador. I guess Elbador's not really a city to Hardcastle because it's another 250 or so miles from Torch to Hardcastle. So it is quite a long. It's a longer journey.
Another small town with nothing going on. All right.
Damn right.
I
Let's
mean,
get going.
from what we've heard, there's not any place around the Chandlewood that's got nothing going on at the moment, so we should keep our eyes open. But nothing
Yeah.
for it but to keep moving.
Hey, if everywhere got attacked by those imps, we could ask them what happened here.
Yeah.
What we heard.
It's apparently worse in the direction that we're going, south and east.
Oh,
I was
great.
listening when we were in the inn, and people were talking about it a lot. The closer to the woods, the more dangerous it seems to be.
I mean, that makes sense if we're headed towards like a central point of disturbance or something like that.
Yeah.
As we get there, it'll probably. Ooh, we should be prepared. Anybody who wants, I still work out in the morning. You're welcome to spar with me and get some practice in.
Oh, I got plans for you, Isaiah.
If
Sounds
you're
entirely threatening, and I love it.
if you're okay, I can fight with you if you'd like. I haven't done it in a while.
Oh,
Why don't you take him tomorrow, Egg? I'm gonna warm him up for you tonight.
Sounds
That
good.
sounded bad. That's not. And I go ahead.
I mean, all right. Yeah, let's get a mosey on. Oh, about how far into the classes am I?
Which glasses are you talking about?
I'm trying to make essentially sun
Oh, right, the
goggles.
sunglasses. You really have only got like half of a day. That was like right before you saw
Yeah, fair.
Luck.
All right. Well, it's gonna be a while.
Be a while.
Wow.
Onward.
So you guys
Where
continue.
they,
Good. Okay.
Oh no, I was just about to say, wasn't it like evening?
Yeah. It is getting closer to evening. So you guys probably travel a little bit farther and set up camp alongside of the road. I did mention towards the end of last session that you guys haven't really been seeing too much travel northward towards Elbador. You do see signs on the road of travel, but you haven't really been passed by many travelers, sparsely, if any. like luck was probably the third or fourth person that you've seen on the road in those days.
Okay.
Just,
Oh, good.
I'm sorry, just curious. Have we already passed the river, or you said that we're close?
You're still on the bridge that is just over
Oh.
the river.
Heard. Okay.
And
Would it be possible I could try to fish for some food tonight instead of us using our rations? I could maybe possibly try to makeshift a fishing rod and then spend some time fishing.
Sure.
If you like.
Go ahead and just give me a general nature check if you want to. If you guys are camping.
Sure.
yeah, we'll
It's
probably
still
spend the night
party.
close enough to the river that we could use it for water, cleaning, all that sort of stuff. It's been a few days on the road, so probably start
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Velkin still looks incredibly clean. Like,
Of
you
course.
can get
Prestidigitation, baby.
Prestidigitation. Yep. If she gets any dirt on her hands, anything gets on her robes, it's gone. She doesn't
Fucking
like
cheater. No, I'm just kidding.
Rin will probably notice this at some point during the trip, and like she'll start like slowly coming to you with like little stains, being like, Falcon, could you help me with this?
it. Of course. Yeah. She'd happily do it. Like, happily help.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
For that nature check, I rolled a 16 total.
Yeah, it's easy enough to quickly fashion something. So you feed the party for that evening, staying relatively close to the bridge.
Isaiah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get a 2-for-1 since we're camping here by the river. I take the
Interesting.
sticks that we used last time. I chuck them. I pull out my sword, stick it in the ground, dig out the hammer. Sticks only work so long. You gotta get used to the weight in your hand. And I'll cast Shield of Faith on Isaiah, just to up your AC by 2 thematically. Just to lessen the damage, and I'll only use the flat of the blade. Use that hammer as much as you like. I can take it. Now, come on out. And I'm gonna wade out a few feet deep into the river. Get a nice workout in this way. Get some leg work. Work on your footing. In addition to the usual.
Kind of just like sitting on a log next to the fire, something on nudge cast. It's just like, my bet's on Calder.
Isaiah, before walking out, actually drops his shield. Yep.
Take that
Before
bet.
walking out, Isaiah drops his shield and grabs the warhammer in 2 hands. It's like, all right, let's see how this works.
Wait, don't scare. Okay, all right, I'll wait.
We'll
Hold
scare
on.
him towards you.
We'll do it downriver.
Yeah.
You can get them on their way to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, Velkin's gonna sit by or not sit. She'll stand by the river watching.
Yeah, Rin's up a tree watching.
I mean, for the sake of expediency, we do not actually have to
Roll
do a
initiative.
combat.
Exactly.
Are we doing it?
Whoa! We have a battle
Sit there
map?
fishing, watching them beat the
Sorry,
shit out of
guys.
each other.
Okay.
Cassius shouts, I have a gold on you, Isaiah.
You got this, Calder!
That was a stupid idea.
I do have a question.
Six, you go first.
Mechanic wise, turn.
Yeah.
Velkin will is going to be a little shithead and spice in some spells during this.
Okay.
Do I have to roll initiative too?
No. I'll just just pipe up whenever you want to.
Okay. What did you roll for initiative?
He's got 11, I got 6.
Oh, okay. So that won't even help. Never mind.
So Calder, using the flat of your blade, you see Isaiah holding this newly crafted, rather crude warhammer in his hands. He kind of winds his stance and prepares for you to take charge.
Right on. Bonus action, as he's my only enemy on the field, that's like a trained instinct that I can't
really?
even work out of me.
Yep.
I'm gonna vow of enmity. So until every attack roll against you for the next minute, or until you hit 0 hit points or fall unconscious, is at advantage.
Yep.
And
Friendly
that's
little
what
baby.
I'm gonna go in.
going
So
to
flat
help
my
you
blade,
with
so
AC.
everything will be
Oh,
bludgeoning damage. Not that it probably matters, but
I'm gonna
Oh
help you
my
with
God.
AC, but I'll harm you.
Okay. First one was a natty 1, so I'm glad for that advantage. 19.
That hits.
So
That
Calder,
will hit.
as you rush up, Isaiah, quicker than you expected, pulls up the warhammer. You can just see as it hits the crude steel, the flat of your blade, it sends sparks in the air. The other one, you kind of, as it skids off the top of the warhammer, you come around with a side swing, and you slap him hard across the chest with your blade.
That is a 10 points of damage.
Oh,
So
yummy.
just kind of knock the wind out of you and say, "Come on, ready up."
Well, all right. Let's see how this thing moves. And it'll actually like take a full swing around to the top and try and come in from the side and see if you can move both sword and you at the same time.
Get it.
Wish I had reckless attack, but I mean that's a 22 to hit,
Well, that'll do.
and it's a 10 two-handed. 7 and 4, 11 damage.
You got a little benefit too, because I was hurt from the little clay thing earlier in the day.
Oh
Stabbed you in the
no!
leg.
Yeah.
Clay soldier. This is my bad.
As I catch you, I'm going to move you just like a foot off to the side, just so there's a nice line of sight for Grandfather to come in and give it a little tap at the back end.
Oh, how rude.
Oh, that's another 20.
This is about
22 to
trading
hit.
you. You're going to send your owl after me? All right.
Hey, he's part of how I fight.
What do you do?
For 4 more damage.
Okay.
Come on, Carter, what are you doing?
You got this, Isaiah!
Whereas you get smacked by this major warhammer, it kind of sends you back, and you see water. Yeah, and then
It
all of a
steps back in
sudden
the
you
water.
just get smacked right in the back by this force of energy, kind of rightening you the other way.
You forgot something. It's always a 2-for-1 with me.
Thought this was about you, not the owl, but that's how you want to play it. And then move in. Here we go. Okay, that's a 22 to hit. And I'm going to smite.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
And Isaiah dies.
Okay.
Probably.
And get the healing ready.
Real quick. Double check. Yeah, 2d8.
Oh, man. I should have kept the shield on.
Oh, not a great roll.
I'd like to hear.
Pretty low, honestly.
Hey, Doc.
28 points of damage.
20 points of damage.
20, and that's low.
Well, yeah.
Ambulance,
for
hold the
Smite,
balance,
it's
get
low.
him!
Yeah, so I kind of reel a little bit from the owl, and then I like bum rush you really quick the few steps that I was knocked back by your hammer before, and just go for like a wild, wide smack and just boom, catch you in the side, and you kind of.
Isaiah, you notice, almost out of his frustration from getting hit by Grandfather, with his counterattack, you see his eyes kind of Calder's eyes flash for a moment in that darkness that you've seen him have before, and you see for a moment before it smacks you, the blade light up with this black and silver fire as it hits you and kind of engulfs you for a moment before it fades.
That engulf flash in front of my eyes is the last thing he sees as he falls over.
Oh no! I'm sorry, I thought you had more than that.
Yeah, if you would have survived, I had something cool that was gonna happen with it.
Alright, here's the coin.
I guess I was gonna say, I'm
I'll
gonna,
be taking that.
I got it.
Yeah.
I kind of like realizing I went a little too hard. I'll kneel down, pull him up out of the water, and I'll dump lay on hands. Hold on. See how
One
much
is
I have
fine.
to give. I have 20. I'll give all 20.
Oh.
So you come to consciousness in my arms.
say-
I'm real
was gonna
sorry
say,
about
I-
that. I mean,
No, that I deserve that. The grandfather was a cheap shot.
Hey,
sorry. You feeling a little better? Here, kind of sit you
Yeah.
up, finishing the heal. Pull my hand away.
Having to see like, I'm sorry, having to see Isaiah fall in like the water for a second and just kind of like reacting. I'm like in like the middle of the fishing. I almost catch a fish and I see you fall, so I just like let go of the fishing rod, and I start to go in for a sprint, and then I see that you're already getting help, and I'm like, that was salmon. I'll make another, and I'll just go kind of wander back.
Oh, that would have been.
From behind you, you hear. And you just feel a presence as all of you see Ook standing directly behind Colin.
Oh no!
Acting on his own after his master has fallen.
Now, Ook, relax.
You just see these like glowing blue eyes above you. This metal beast.
You got him under control, right?
As Isaiah says, relax. And just sits in the water and causes a splash. Go.
Good.
Maybe we'll stick with we can make heavier sticks at the right weight to them.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. The flash just kind of happens sometimes. I'm still learning to control all that.
And I mean, like I've said, it's been a while since I've been in this sort of life, and trying to remember is not as easy as it used to be. But you can believe I'm not going to make that same mistake again twice.
Well, that's why we do this, right? Get a little better each time.
Exactly.
You and me both. You're teaching me to look out for things I'm not used to in an enemy as well. All right. Maybe get some rest after that. Start to head back to the others.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before we head off?
Oh, this is making me want to spar.
No. Magic.
Magic.
I forgot to say it before, but by now most of the elk hide is cleaned, and I use it at night to swaddle up waffles after watering them.
Oh.
Oh, Velkin would question you on that. Be like, what's that?
It's a pot with dirt in it.
Yeah, but you seem to take very good care of it.
That's a very nice pot.
You know what? I can't argue that it is.
This is basic clay pot. It's just not really fancy.
I just paid like 100 some odd gold for a bag of clay. A pot of clay is important.
You're right.
No, it was given by a dear friend, so I take care of it.
Understandable. Okay. I was just curious.
Mm. Oh, and have you ever tried to do anything about that whole eyes, sun thing?
Do I just wear my hat?
And that works.
Yes, I've been on the surface for a fair amount of time, a few years. So my eyes have slowly adjusted, not entirely, but to a certain degree.
Oh.
I still much prefer the nighttime, though.
Okay. One moment.
And we thought it was going to be Calder and Redrick to do the first PvP. Predictions were wrong. Yeah.
But I think in our case it would have been not so friendly.
Oh yeah. All right. The first life or death. We'll go with that. We'll claim that one.
Hey, I can't complain. I started it. It's all about.
Yep.
So you guys are
Bring the
making
owl, I
camp.
bring the smite, baby.
You guys making camp near the bridge, on the bridge, just a ways off.
Near
You guys are
the
now.
bridge.
Yeah, you
but-
guys are like, remember the river itself was like 100 feet below. So to get to the bank where you guys sort of fought, you guys are off the side of the bridge. You know.
We, I think I'm looking at a map and it looks like the road kind of follows the river a little bit after the bridge. So we probably would have kept going until it got like dark enough and we found a place that was, a little bit of high ground and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just have two of you roll perception checks for me for this night of travel? Whoever would like to.
I have superior dark vision, so I could see pretty far.
I just have regular dark vision.
Wow, I just have regular dark vision.
What a loser.
It also sleeps the least, so we would
Yeah.
probably require them to do a watch.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me a perception check, and one other person can as well, just for the general night watch here.
That was
I'll
a
do
good.
it. Why not?
That was a 6, so it's a 9.
9!
A 13.
13 and 9.
Strong 13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 13.
It's one of those high 13s, Evan.
That in mind.
Seems dark vision. It seems dark vision has trumped superior dark vision. Just saying.
Ren, as you sleep, at least try to sleep on the road as comfortably as you can, you fall into a dream. Almost like as if you were reliving a memory. You see Logan and Briar. Though, you would probably be about a little bit younger. 6, Briar 6, Logan, 10 or so. Or however, no. How
Like
was he
9.
much older? Yeah, 9, that's sorry.
Yeah.
Not 9. In a back alley in an air bar that you guys used to play in. You see the two sparring like they usually do with a set of wooden swords as Logan quickly parries Briar and slaps him on the rump as he goes splashing into a puddle. Logan! I thought you were going to let me win this time! Logan just kind of standing over Briar. Get up! Pulls him up out of the puddle. Remember what Dad taught you. Dodge left, swipe right. Again. And so they do it again. Twat, twat. Logan gets him once more, kind of sending Briar a little bit into a trip, and he kind of smacks and hits his face off the wall. Ren, he's doing it again! Kind of looks to you.
Logan, you're being too rough.
Well, if he's ever gonna grow up, he's gotta start now. Again! And it goes back and forth like this for about 5 minutes. You've seen your brothers fight in practice, just like your father says he has, and shown the boys some small fighting techniques. And you remember this pretty vividly. And is except for the moment, it was at this moment, you remember, was whenever Briar had actually succeeded in defeating Logan. For the first time, he actually used a little bit of cunning, and instead of dodging right, he trips Logan, sending him to one knee and smacking him on the back. And you see Logan kind of... Briar turns to you quickly, wide-eyed. Do you see what I did?
That was really clever.
And it's at this moment Logan turns from a knee. You see Briar collapse.
Right?
And Logan kind of stands over him. And you see a long stiletto in his hand as he just throws the blood off of it. He looks up to you. Rose. We are pulled out of the vision, and the two of you that are sitting around the fire see Ren come out of sleep in a cold sweat in a jump.
You alright?
Nightmares?
Yeah.
Ren?
Yeah, yeah. Nightmares.
You hear in your head, Logan again?
She's just gonna kind of look up at you and then just say out loud, yeah. DM, if I take a moment, if I just like sit and like reach out, can I try to make a connection to Logan again?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I want to try.
Just roll me a wisdom check. Just roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
What is my wisdom modifier? It's not gonna be great. That is a 10.
You close your eyes. You attempt to reach out like you have once before with a tree and a few of your companions. Close your eyes. Kind of toning out Velkin for the moment. And you hear a voice. He is mine. You feel extremely hot for a brief moment until you're kind of kicked out. Very similar to the feeling you had when you tried to attempt to connect to the tree in the Chondawood.
Did the voice sound like the tree? Or like the same voice that I've been hearing?
That
With
you've
the
been
heat?
hearing, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And it's the connection's gone. It's not like if I think back at it, there's nothing
Right.
there.
Right.
Ah,
You feel like you didn't even make a connection at all, but the attempt itself brought the voice into your mind.
gotcha. I'm
Does
just gonna.
Ren physically respond, like react to this that we would see?
Does she?
Yeah. There's probably when the voice comes back, there's probably just a bit of a.
Cassis would actually stand up from where he's sitting, where we're taking watch, and walk over and kind of sit down next to you. I was like, "Are you okay?"
I I don't know. I'm starting to get a little freaked out.
Hey, how about that's hey, Velkin, can you watch the group for a second? Ren, come on, let's take a little walk. Come on, get some fresh air away from all of this.
Yeah, okay.
And so I kind of help you up, and then we kind of just
Yeah.
kind of walk not far, but enough that we kind of have a bit of privacy. What's going on?
Really entirely sure. Uh, I had. Did the dream feel at all similar to the water dream?
Similar, but the water dream itself, you felt like you were watching from the outside in. This, you kind of had a sort of a similar feeling, but you definitely knew, now that you're out of it, you know that you were looking at the scene as your younger self. It was more of a memory. The other one that you had was you were more present in that dream. Similar, but not the exact same.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I guess that like blue flame guy told us that, that me and Red are cursed, and
Yeah, it's a bit to take in.
yeah, it is. And well, I might be feeling some of the effects of it, maybe. I don't know.
What was it? Did you? It seems like you had a bad dream. What happened?
It was it was kind of like the water dream, but the water dream started out as a memory kind of, and then it turned into me being there, and then this one was like a memory the whole time, but at the end of it somebody did something that they would never do. But it felt really real.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
And
is there? Do you want to talk about it, or because I?
you're from
Okay.
Erebar, aren't you?
Yeah, I may not have been the most clear on that, but yeah, I am from Erebar.
I kind of figured. When did you leave?
Oh, about 5, maybe almost 6 years ago, but I know at least 5 years.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I don't think you can help me. Thank you though.
Okay, well, we're here if we need you. If you need us, we're here. I know Isaiah's. He always has some ideas. Calder's always a fountain of wisdom. Redrick is present, but we're all here to help.
Yeah. Maybe I'll I've been hearing the tree voice a little. Maybe I'll see if Frederick's been hearing it too.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get back to camp.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
What is
Can we,
going on with
we
you
tr-
two?
Shout out to Redrick is always present.
Always present. Yeah, I started dying.
That was so
And
good.
then Calder laughed and made me laugh more.
Well, I was laughing because you're
Yeah,
like,
I know.
yep.
Yeah, I was like...
You're like, that is exactly right. I
Yeah,
am
he's
here,
not
and that's about
wrong.
all. I don't really want to hear about your fucking problems.
Exactly. I don't.
Anyway.
And we return to the camp.
Yeah. And
Welcome back.
Thanks. Just needed a moment.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I'm gonna try to get some sleep again. Good night.
Night.
And we'll probably not sleep for a very long time.
As you lay your head down once more, you hear the voice once more, softer, but almost more demanding. Bring him.
Why? What do you want with him? This is
No
just
response.
thinking really hard. Fucking cryptic voice. Okay.
So many questions.
All the questions.
You hear one more time the voice, but this time it's almost weak. Like a final whisper of a dying breath. Dragon touched is all you hear. But very weak.
And it's the same voice?
Same voice.
Okay. Just gonna look over at Roderick and then
Like
I won't
snore
respond.
and awkwardly open.
Actually, I'll just think. Dragon for Logan?
No response.
Alright, I'm just gonna
Dark.
flip over.
Dark, Ren.
Hey,
Already
it's just
thinking
a
about
thought.
trading.
Just
Whoa
a thought.
there.
I love it.
The rest of you, the night goes by relatively smoothly. Ren, you do get a full night's sleep, but you are exhausted in the morning. You can definitely tell you got sleep just enough to keep your body moving for the next day's worth of travel. For this day of travel, can I have 2 different people roll me perception checks?
I'm doing one.
I'd like to hear.
I can do
21.
one in the cart.
21.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do it
I
up,
had a
Egg.
feeling.
Come on,
Take
Egg, do it.
all right.
I'm ready to fight, but my perception's trash.
Yay!
I roll at disadvantage, so
That's a 12 total.
12 total.
Ooh.
That's really bumpy.
The wet and rainy days that you've kind of had in Elbador have now passed. And it's still rather cloudy out, gray in the sky, rather chilly in a few different ways. Just when the wind blows, you can just feel that rainy kind of end of summer cool air is coming. You can tell that the presence of fall is making its way into this region. But without any problem, you guys continue on. For a full day's journey, without any impediments, unless any of you wanted to do something, we can move on. But
Just a real quick question: who has the torch? Castus or Velkin?
We decided to would have it.
Oh, Ook. Gotcha. Okay.
That's about the only thing I would probably do during the day is use a couple of strips of leather to see if I could affix it to its shoulder so he could like light it and then have his hands free.
oh, interesting. You can give me a tinkering check.
I'm not putting a lot of effort into this one because I've already got like 5 other projects.
Yeah.
are you? Do we see what you're doing? Like, can Velkin see? What
Oh
you're
yeah,
doing?
it would take me probably a half hour at least to start this.
This is an ability check, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Velkin will
Sorry.
peek over and say, "You want some help?
Sure.
May the fortune be in your favor." And she'll give you a light tap on the shoulder. I'm gonna cast Fortune's Favor. It is a
I believe.
yeah, it adds a D20, additional D20, and you choose which one you use.
Okay.
I'll give him a
prob-
couple big hand pats on the back. You got this, big guy. Give you guidance. So you can add a D4 to that as well.
Anything's going to be better than that 3, so let's go.
Liam, give him inspiration
Nice.
as well. It's the most important role in the
I was,
campaign.
I was thinking about it, but I was like,
It's fine.
we recently had breakfast.
I got a 12 plus 2 plus 5 is 19.
Mhm. So with a 19, it's easy enough to affix the torch on Ook. Now, it would take an action to still light it, since he is a creature. It still takes an action. So he would have to spend his turn, if it was in the middle of combat, to light the torch. If for whatever reason it would fall off of Ook, it extinguishes as it hits the ground, or changes hands. So if you would remove it from Ook for any reason, or anybody, it extinguishes and you have to relight it. It has 3 charges. But
Yeah.
you think it would work? It's
Nice.
technically holding it. Kind of affix this little pouch that you can like slide the torch down into.
Yeah, I probably used I think Calder's got a back sheet. I probably used as a guideline for it. You throw it from the shoulder or from the head?
Mhm. Yeah.
That'd be impossible to pull out in real life.
Oh yeah, in real life, absolutely.
You just have to make the
Yeah.
top half have a cut in the side so that you can bend it out.
The cheaters.
And shit for keeping it waterproof, but it holds it.
It's a fantasy game.
I'm an artificer. I have to think about how things are made.
What is it? Probably also while we're traveling through the day. No, I'm supposed to be keeping watch and probably keeping my eyes mainly to the nearby mountain range, and eventually I'll end up looking over toward Belkin. You know of mountains nearby
Yeah. She points towards the ones you can see. Those ones?
Yeah. Do you know if anything lives on in around besides town?
Well, as far as my knowledge extends, it used to house fire giants before the spell plague. And mountains are known to have dragons as well, and you'd probably see other creatures like that are commonly inhabit them, trolls, other wildlife, you know, those types of
Ogres,
things.
hobgoblins.
Yeah.
You would know.
Goblins, anything of the like. Probably all of them.
Do you know of maybe other Goliaths? I mean, you said giants, and from what I've been told, Goliaths are similar to giants in some way.
You are related, yes. You have kinship.
Do you know if there's tribe nearby?
Another history check.
That's a 15 on the dice plus 7.
So, not that you've read about. You've read little about the steep mountains. Post spell plague, not much fire giant activity or fire elementals. Those kind of old myth and mythological is what people would consider it now. Like you said, the inhabitants of the mountains are mainly ogres, hobgoblins, thieves, and bandits like to make their way into those mountains. But not many monsters nowadays. There is an interesting rumor of a tribe of these ancient nomadic men that call this place home. They're called the Rashawn Tribe. But mainly druidic in nature. They kind of have a weird tint to their skin, like a reddish tint. But it's said that they're like the ancient tombs of their ancestors were crafted in these mountains. So the Rashawn tribe of these druidic tribe of men call these mountains home mainly now.
Okay.
But nothing Goliath related.
Sorry to say, unfortunately, I can't recall any Goliaths inhabiting the mountains. There is a tribe known as the Rashawn Tribe who inhabit them, call it home. It's a druid nomadic tribe. That's the only thing that really comes to mind. But they are human-like with reddish skin tones. Whether they are entirely human, I'm not positive.
Reddish skin tone sounds weird. Okay. Well, maybe if we get chance to meet, that'd be nice. But I know we're going further south.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we won't have chance. But okay.
With the direction that we're taking, unfortunately, we are going past them. But who knows? Maybe if things go all right, we can detour through them on the way home. That's something you're interested in.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't know Goliaths. I don't know why. Just seems kind of interesting. Talk to another tribe that's been in mountains. See if they've maybe had similar problems. Advice.
Mm-hmm.
Just connect. You know?
Yeah.
Don't
I agree.
really only know own tribe.
That's okay.
Might help.
Maybe, yeah. We can talk to the others about it after we handle the rift business.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it.
Of course, and if you have any other questions at any point, I am more than happy to answer.
Thank you.
And she'll give him a light pat on the shoulder, and then she goes back to reading her book that she's been reading while we've been traveling.
I'm just gonna go back. Probably my focus still toward the mountain range instead of our surroundings.
Redrick, what did you say you rolled on your perception check?
21. It's an 18 plus 3.
Okay. As you all continue to travel, the terrain kind of changes a little bit. As you begin to funnel more toward an eastern direction, the Chandlewood on your left, more in the northern direction, kind of begins to creep closer and closer to the road. And you now, it's still a few miles off, but you can definitely tell that the Chandlewood kind of reaches towards the road at this point. And on your right, the large mountains of the fire, steep mountains to your right. It's quite the sight. It's probably only a few miles off as well from the road you're traveling. So you're kind of traveling in this funnel. To your left, you have the Chandlewood. To your right, you have the Fire Steep Mountains.
Good spot for an ambush.
Towards the end of the night, as you guys begin to want to set up camp alongside the road, Redrick, you hear something. Voices screaming towards the edge of the wood.
Hey, anyone else hear that? Shit. I think someone might need help over there.
You hear distant screams of fire. Control it!
Oh shit, I think there's a fire in the woods. I like look around, start looking for smoke, like point off in that whatever direction.
Fire?
Perception check.
Wait, fire? Where?
Grandfather up to take a look and see if he can give us a direction.
Nat 1 to find the smoke.
Perception check.
4.
Oof.
4 plus, I think 4. He got 8. That's nothing.
You send grandfather up. It's too dim out for him. He's having trouble seeing exactly what's going on.
This might be a long shot. Can I try to find it via smells since I'm kind of used to the sense of burning wood?
Sure. Give
Okay.
me a perception check.
Oh man! The ducky dice have failed me. That's a total of a 9.
We're working our way up. Who else has one?
The woods are gonna burn down, and we're not gonna do shit about it.
I'm a city boy. I don't know the woods.
Do we want to hit in
You
that
probably
direction?
got the best skills on a horse. You want to take a little base?
Can we pick a direction that it's coming from?
Yeah, it's towards the wood. It's hard to tell exactly, judge distance. It sounds pretty distant. You're pretty much hearing the echo, Redrick, is what you heard of a man screaming. Fire! 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 Fire!
Well, let's
Which
check
way,
it out.
Redrick?
All right, let's go.
We don't have
Really?
enough horses, though. Through the woods, the
Alright.
cart won't move.
Oh, we'll just have to go on foot.
Split the
that way.
party. Let's go.
Leave Luke here.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright. This way. Come on.
Start riding.
Stand up.
Okay. You guys are what's the decision that's being made? You're riding your horses in?
Yep.
Leaving them
Calder
here?
is.
I'll go. Just because I have to lead.
Can Velkin ride with someone, and I'm gonna leave Eeyore and set the cart.
You're staring at the cart.
I'm going to, since I start seeing the other party start to ride, though it won't be as fast enough. I'm going to grab a bit of dirt off the ground and just sort of rub it on my legs, and mutter a few words, and I'll cast Long Strider on myself, so I have an extra 10 feet to use. But I'm just gonna start sprinting in their similar direction, just trying to keep up as fast as I can.
I mean, that puts you to what? 40 feet?
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that puts me at 40
almost the
feet,
same as a
so-
horse, right?
Now, granted, it is getting quite dim. It is now dim light in the forest. Within.
Perfect.
If
So then I guess I'll try to keep visual, and if I happen to lose visual, I'll just try to follow sound as best as I can, just a general direction.
if Velkin was pretty quick about getting her request off, you're like 4 foot nothing, right?
4'11". Yeah.
Okay, 4'11", but in heels.
In heels.
Yeah. I'll just like literally like I'll like ride up next to the cart and like pick her ass up and set her like on the horse in front of me and just and go.
She's maybe 80 pounds soaking wet.
Oh yeah.
There's
No problem.
nothing to control. Seeing Egg running, Velkin's gonna wave a hand out that way, and one of these orange tinted lights are going to stay on his shoulder or one at his shoulder, one in front of him, kind of towards the ground, kind of guiding the path, so I can maintain.
And so then I'll just follow the lights as best as I can. just the one that's I guess closest to you, and just follow that one.
And what are the rest of you doing, Isaiah?
I'm following on horse.
Yeah, I'll. Oh crap! It'll probably take a while to get one of these unreined. Brandon, you got a little space over there?
Sure.
All right, then I'll come with you. Ook can follow. He's at least as fast as Egg is, so the two of them will stick together.
Okay.
And Ook is following? Just a little bit.
He's got a 40-foot run speed,
Okay,
so he's as fast as Egg is at the moment.
Alrighty.
One other thing, she's gonna grab onto the back of like Calder's shirt and close her eyes. She's gonna stay in Eorin's vision at the cart for the time being.
Very cool. You continue to head into the forest. 5 minutes or so, you hear a closer call out. Help us! Another one, a younger man. Help! Help! You're probably at this distance. Someone roll me a survival check.
I'm probably at the head of the group, so I don't know.
Go ahead and roll
I
me.
guess it'll make the most sense. Probably not the best pick. 10 total.
You're not too sure how far it is, but you've probably been riding for about 5 minutes or so into the forest and away from the cart.
I like pull my horse and stop. Shit. It's this direction. Not sure how far much longer we gotta go. Keep heading out.
Keep going.
Keep
All
going.
right.
Keep going.
As we go, though, I'm gonna keep an ear onto the screams we hear to see if there's, because we already had what we've been calling cacklers that mimicked human speech. So I want to see if there's any way I could tell whether it's mimicry or actual.
Sure. Give me an insight check or a perception check. Either one.
And do we see or smell any signs of fire now that we're closer?
Perception check.
On the table.
Ooh, nice. 21.
6 minus 1 is 5.
5. Okay. It's hard to discern the difference. I mean, even when you heard the cacklers, they seemed like they were imitating the voice of these men perfectly. It was hard to be tell. It was hard to tell unless you were really focusing. No signs of fire. You don't smell it or see anything.
There's no fire. Let's slow down, maybe.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor. I'm gonna say that right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're
Maybe
up
we
with
should take a quieter approach.
It's kind of
Yeah,
debatable
let's,
whether everyone's even together at this
kind of pull
point.
the reins a little bit and slow up. You sure?
I mean, smell. I don't smell anything. I don't see anything. There's no... We heard them yell fire, didn't we? We'd definitely see something by now.
Can anyone listen, like hear the like any if there's any sign of actual like burning? Because it has a very distinct sound.
You can give me a perception check.
I mean, we already did fight one thing that mimicked things perfectly, and these woods are magic, I guess.
That is a dirty 20.
You don't hear any signs of burning. Though the voices were still a few hundred feet off. Even with that low perception check, or survival check, Redrick, they were still a distance away. Everyone could tell that.
Is anything happening back at the cart?
You kind of go back into your vision. Silent.
Okay.
Maybe we get closer, get better understanding.
Yeah, closer, just quietly, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe ditch the horses.
They may not be here when we get back, depending on what's in these woods.
Frederick, can you see in the dark?
No.
I can.
Calder. How about Velkin
Mhm.
and Ren and myself? We can move forward. Calder, if you want to kind of maybe lead the others a little further behind, trail us a bit, try to guide them. We can maybe try to figure out what's going on.
Follow the people we can't see. Understood.
One of those little flying lights will stay at your feet. So it's kind of like moving through the brush. So it's not like this glowing orb in the middle of the fucking air. It's like on the ground kind of thing. So it's a little bit shady, but you guys can see where you're walking and follow it.
All right.
All right, Velkin, Ren, ready? Do you want to go on a horse
Yeah.
or just go on foot?
I kind of lean towards on foot if we want to be quiet.
Mhm.
Okay.
We can have someone
yeah,
stay
let's-
back and wrangle the horses. Maybe
What?
Ook.
Ook?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe keeping Ook with the horses would be a good idea. Keep them safe.
I mean, I'm probably going to be just as loud as Ook is if we're talking about being quiet, so.
That's okay.
More worried about the horses running off, if I'm being honest.
All
You
right.
spend good money on those horses.
Ook just stands there with the reins in his hand, just
Yeah.
Really.
This little torch.
And all of my packs and fanny packs on him as well. So he's like, he looks like Beetle, except with a bunch of horses now.
Is that what's happening?
Alright.
Are you commanding Ook to stay with the horses, holding the reins?
I suppose so. Stay here. Defend them if they get attacked.
He just stands stalwart with the reins in his hand.
All right, let's go.
And even in the low light, Isaiah, you can see like the flame inside of him, flickering. Kind of interesting to see Ook in the dark. And you guys are taking a stealthy approach, so everyone, you guys hop off the horses and begin to take a stealthy approach. So everyone, give me a stealth check, please.
Even the people that are hanging back.
Yep, everybody.
Ooh, that is a
okay.
fuck you, isn't it?
Oh.
Gross. That's a 12.
I also got a 12.
11 plus 6 for 17.
Nice. I got your 12, but minus 10.
8 for me.
We're only 15.
Total.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well,
So you guys try to be as quiet as possible, though a lot of you can't see in the dark, and the ones that are leading in the party. So it's kind of hard to keep up with them. You travel for about 10 or so minutes until who said they were leading? Velkin, Ren, Cassis?
Yeah.
And the rest of you
Yeah.
were kind of
Would you have me
or
up there as
Calder?
well?
I think
forget.
Calder was there. It was the Dark
Okay.
Vision Squad.
So, all right. You four, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how many are you? You begin to smell something. It's not the sign of smell of smoke, but instead something extremely rancid.
Oh. Does it smell like the halfling camp?
One momento.
No, that was smoke. That was fire. It
was
wasn't
burning
just
bodies.
wood, but it was.
And burning bodies.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good time to bring it up, but I'll say it just in case. Velkin has the alert feat, so she cannot be surprised while conscious.
Very cool. So you begin to smell something extremely foul, and it's only for a brief moment as the kind of breeze, the fall breeze, kind of brushes it past you.
Oh.
Oh.
It's almost as if like it's different than the recent smell of death and burning bodies that you smelled at the halfling camp, as you ask. It sort of reminds you. It's hard to say. Of like a dying. I wouldn't even say dying. Like a creature's lair that is full of like rancid, half-eaten corpses, like rotting bodies. Almost is what you smell.
I get my
Oh,
gun
that
out.
was awful.
for a brief
Oh.
moment as it kind of just passes you, and it is strong for even that brief moment.
Is it just the lead
Whoa.
group?
Oh, yeah, that smells it, yes. And then the rest of you, as they kind of slow down a little bit, and you see Cassius remove his gun, the rest of you kind of fall in behind this moment.
Oh,
I don't
no
think this is
smoke,
what we
but
thought it
something
was.
worse. Oh.
No, I pretty much thought we were fucked, but
Hey, what if we walk away?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. This doesn't seem like something we want to get involved in.
It's like a whole lot of
quick.
nothing.
Quick check. She'll reach out, grab Cass's shoulder for a second, say sorry, and then anything at the cart.
Nope.
Okay.
He's just kind of sitting on top of the seat. He's looking around. Seems quiet. Stars
Okay.
are out.
I mean, I just want to make sure that nothing's robbing the cart while our backs are turned.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Whether
we
it's
about
people or creature, this seems a whole lot like a fucking trap to me.
Are we about to fucking fight a skinwalker or something? Like, I'm sorry, this is out of character. This is me thinking out loud. But...
Can I take a look around and see if I see anything?
Perception check.
Okay, come on, let's do rainbow die. Why not? Come on, rainbow die. 12.
You look around. Ugh, the smell. Lingering. Ugh. Then you all begin to smell it again. And you hear... Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm going to tap Calder on the shoulder, and you just feel this like buzzing starting to go through you. I'm gonna cast Gift of Alacrity, so you get a D8 to initiative rolls.
Sick.
Are we still hearing the voices?
Funny you say that. As you're saying we should get out of here, you hear from behind you, Redrick. Help me!
I will
And in
just...
front of the front of the group, you hear, "Help me!"
Oh,
And from the other side,
oh.
here, "Help us, please!"
Absolutely
You
not.
see these glowing eyes out of the darkness of the trees. All behind you, you see these creatures begin to...
Oh no.
What you see in front of you now, as they begin to make themselves known, they're quite large in stature. It's as if you would take the head of a giant badger, put it on the body of a hyena, with the legs of a horse. These things, and you just see this black ichor dripping out of their mouths as they begin to charge all of you.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm gonna bring you
Oh,
to
dear
that.
God.
We're going
That's
to
that's
no.
fucking awful.
the smell
And
itself. climbing
And I've
into
still
your
got
nose once
Long
again.
Strider.
That's
You
so
do.
gross, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Head
just
of a
nasty.
badger, body of a
Just
hyena, legs of a
incredibly
horse.
upsetting.
Horse legs.
Hey, what if we just take him and wrangle him up to the cart? Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you all over to a map, so just give me
How
one.
to train your
moment.
monster.
Who's got the best
Exactly.
animal handling?
And don't forget your D8.
My animal
You won't
handling
need-
is a
and-
4.
We're not going to
In
have
my
to
hand
fight
already.
anything.
I'm ready.
No, we're fine.
I don't think these
Sure.
are animals,
They are
though.
asking for help. I mean, they could just be in need.
You all see
I still
that?
think.
Yes,
Yes.
I see.
Okay.
I still
You
think
guys
they're
can place
skinwalkers.
yourselves as you may think that you are kind of positioned.
Which way is forward? Up?
Yeah, which direction
Up.
were we heading?
Up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Always
gonna be
up.
towards.
I'll probably
This
be up here with
direction.
Redrick. Or no, Redrick was kind of behind, I guess. So
Yeah, I
that
was
dark
in the
vision
back
people
group.
sort of up front.
Yeah, Dark Vision crew was in front.
Dark vision crew.
Nuke, we'll just put him back in the corner back here.
Yeah,
Poor little guy.
Where he
Is he
belongs.
large or is
back
he just
there.
medium?
he's medium. Well,
I
he's
love the
medium by
random
category.
patch of flowers on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
map.
I know.
And like what, 4
I
horses?
added those for you, Sarah. Okay.
One spot of the
Watch
among
it's
the
an
death to
assassin
come.
vine just waiting for us to go see what the flowers are
I
about.
know, it's like I don't trust
pretty.
the flowers. I'm like, why are just those flowers there?
Look at the flowers, Lenny.
Because I got
No.
lazy.
Oh no!
Stop. Not again.
Literary jokes.
Okay. So, everyone go ahead and roll me initiative.
Here we go.
I desperately searched for my pen.
Damn, I cannot roll
You
initiative
did
for
something
life.
well.
Okay, 25 to 20.
31.
Damn. Yeah.
18 plus 13.
It's that alert, baby.
Alert
Yeah.
plus your plus your dex plus your intelligence because
Yeah.
of the type of wizard.
Wild.
Yep. Ridiculous.
All right, 75 to 20. That was everybody? 20 to 15.
16. Ooh.
Oh.
Who said 18?
Me.
And then there was 2 16s?
Yep. I got a big old 10 dex.
Oh, I have a 9, so you're first.
Aw. And that was with the D8.
Yes, 16 total with the D8.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Not that I rolled
I
anything.
got,
15 to
I
10.
got a -1.
I got 11.
What was that? 5, 10?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Or 15 to 10, I think it was.
Oh, my bad.
It doesn't matter.
But I think you're the last
I
one.
have a 7. Yep.
Egg.
I rolled a 5.
Buddy.
Hey. Bat and cleanup.
Rolled a 2.
Very well. So I'm going to pull these guys up onto the map.
Yeah.
I'm
How,
sure they're lovely.
how many of these little fucks? Oh, big
Oh,
fucks.
they're big. Oh, they're ugly. I
look.
love them.
Doofa. Ew, gross.
Aww.
Is there one
Yeah.
right behind me?
Oh.
Oh man.
We are surrounded but not yet encapsulated.
So,
Yeah,
you
the
shouldn't
first
say
one to
that.
act is Velka.
Yeah. She's going to step here beside Ren and look at the one over here.
Okay.
And she's going to pull out that. Wait, is it within? I gotta check the distance, sorry. Yeah, it is. Okay. She's gonna pull out the pocket watch and click it, and the needle starts to spin really, really quick before it shoots off. And it's going. I'm gonna cast Sapping Sting. I'll post it in Roll20. It's just I'm just doing it at first level. So it's 1d4 necrotic damage, and they fall prone if they don't succeed on the con save.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Against a what?
My spell save DC.
Which is...
It's 10 plus my intelligence monitor plus my proficiency bonus, right? Or no,
Yes.
it's
Looks like
8. 8. It's 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does it look like when you use the sapping sting?
Oh, the needle flies off her.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So it hits this creature and you see it. You see it fall for a moment.
Okay, and it's gonna take 3 points of necrotic.
3 points.
And I'm gonna step back, right in the middle.
Okay. You step to the middle. This thing falls prone. Where's my prone marker? We'll do this one. Alright, anything else?
No, that's everything.
Alright, next is Ren. Isaiah, you're on deck.
Okay, Bryn is gonna whip her short bow around and take a shot at this guy.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sweet. Let's do this one. Oh, nice. All right, so that is gonna be 4. Okay, so that's gonna be 9 points of damage, and then 9, and then bonus action. I'm gonna run over here and try to hide in the tree.
Okie dokie.
So that is
Roll me spell
a
check.
fucking Christ. That's only a 12 for my stealth.
12. Okie dokie. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right, Isaiah. Calder, you are on deck.
Okay.
Isaiah is going to move up. Can't quite get in range, pretty much anybody. So he's gonna call out, Roderick, get the one on the ground. Calder, go left. And step up in front, make a nice big target of himself. Take the hammer, smash it against his shield, and then act almost like he's throwing it at this one on the right, but instead a giant bolt of energy shoots out as he does Chaos Bolt.
Nice.
And this one did good before. Let's see. Do it.
Ooh.
That's an 11 hit.
11
They're big beasts.
still misses. As you reach out Thor's hammer and fire it at this thing, what does the bolt look like?
Well, that depends on.
It does depend on.
It does depend on.
Oh! I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I got doubles. I shouldn't have done
Oh
that.
no!
Oh, psychic. So it looks almost like a solid heat shimmer as it goes through and passes through everything, but unfortunately misses.
Misses.
Uh,
Okay. Anything else?
Bummer, man.
in the meantime, I'm gonna have grandfather go up and do a little try and clap at the same fella. He's gonna go. Ooh. I don't want to draw attention, so he's gonna go up into this tree up here, but far enough off the ground that he's out of there.
Okey-dokey.
What? And he gets a 24
24, that'll hit. As he
for a total of
lands.
3 damage.
Total of 3 damage.
Nice.
See it kind of shove this monstrosity a little farther back into the dirt as it rights itself. Its eyes now trained on the person who just shot his bolt at it. Kind of hit the dirt in front of it.
Well, I wanted the attention. I seem to have got it. That's me.
Okay. Calder?
Evan, remind me, for running speed, are we counting squares or are we using like the ruler thing?
Count the squares.
Count the
It should be
squares?
the same.
They should be the same.
Grid
It's
should-
not.
It should be the same. What?
Like via this thing I could get there easy, but counting squares, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you can
1,
move
2, 3,
diagonally.
4.
You move diagonal. That's 5.
Okay, that's what I mean. Because like raw, it's like you have to go like over 1 up 1.
Nah, you'll be okay.
Okay. In that case,
You can get there.
yes. And as I'm running up to him, I'll just draw the sword, like zero in my vision, and cast Hunter's Mark on his ass.
And as you get closer, you can see that this foul-looking creature is just seeping this black liquid. The smell itself makes you stop and almost turns your stomach for a moment. And instead of like these teeth, instead of like fangs, you see these bony ridges kind of in its mouth that seem to be hard as steel, could probably crush all your bones. You also see this like rotten flesh that is made up of its gums that the ichor is kind of flowing out of.
Does it look like rotten flesh? Does it look undead?
Hard to tell. You can spend your action if you wanted to try and figure it out.
Don't.
Hit it, hit it.
That's such a waste of an action. Ah, damn. All right, no, yeah, I'm just gonna run up Hunter's Mark and fucking attack.
Okay, get it, man.
Oh yeah, 17 plus 6, 23 to hit.
23, that'll hit.
Fucking ass. 7 points of damage.
7 points. Okay. As you
That's-
run up and scream at it, you can your sword hits into this thing's thick hide. You can feel it find purchase, and as you run your blade through, you can just see this black, purple, like, liquid flow from the wound as it is breathing heavily, almost like a large horse or a bull would. Its blue eyes kind of glowing with a small flicker of a flame.
Gross. All right.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Cassis, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna kind of just put myself more centralized next to Velkin. I should be able to get my reach. Yep. I'm gonna shoot it, and I'm going to dump a. What's it called? It's a
Grit.
Grit. All right.
What do you shoot?
Ooh, gross. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
It does not. You turn back and fire at it. It's kind of too dark in this low light situation, even though you can see you're trying to aim. The rest of you and Vulcan, this is the first time you've heard Cassis's firearm exploding. You just hear this ringing in your ears now.
Ow!
Sorry, as I action surge and fire again.
Ow!
Oh, that's better. That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay, 1d10. Come on, roll high. It's not terrible. That is 8 points of piercing damage.
Hell yeah.
8 points. Piercing damage to that one. As this one, you turn and fire. You can see it hits and knocks it off its balance for a moment. Pulls it back upright. Velkin, you once again. Ow! A loud bang in the middle of the Chondawood.
Very annoyed.
Sorry! Sorry! And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. It is now these monstrosities' turn.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the first one, we are going to move up here.
It does only have half movement, right? Because half standing.
Let's make
Okay.
sure I know exactly what its movement is. It has just enough movement to get there. I don't have to spend its action. This one is going to rush up at you, Isaiah, and that one's going to stay there. So the first thing that happens is this one up here. It's going to make 2 attacks. The first one is going to try to bite at you, Calder, with its maw.
Okay.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That is an 8 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay.
And then it's going to rear up and try to smack you with its hooves. That is going to be a 12.
That will not hit.
Okay. As you do, you kind of pull your sword up and you block it for a moment. It sends you down. It is a lot of force. And as you do, this thing begins to speed away. A little bit too quick for you to make a reaction to it.
Sentinel.
Uh-oh.
No. Go ahead and roll.
Sentinel, baby. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
He's not moving.
Okay. Does that stop the disengage action?
It does.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
He will not move then.
Okay, and that will be 9 plus 4, 13 points of damage. As I say, stay here, and just like stab it in. So it's like lodged in him and just hold him in place as he tries to run away.
Yeah, so as it like comes down and knocks you onto one knee, you stab up with your sword and throw it back down as it tries to run from you. This one here is going to lash out at you twice. Isaiah.
Yep.
So the first one is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Oh, this is a new day, so
So that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage. You make sure that you're fully long rested here.
yep.
And 1 with its hooves. As it turns and tries to kick you with the back of its hooves. This is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 just misses. So I'm just going to bring up the shield and put it in front of me. And as it bounces off the shield, vines shoot out from the front of the shield and try and stab it back.
Go ahead.
And it needs to make a dex save.
Dexterity saving throw.
DC 13.
That is going to be a 9. It fails.
So it takes 2d8 slashing damage.
Ooh, ouch.
Sick.
Oh! And that's an 8 and a 5. So 13.
13 points of damage. Isaiah, this is kind of the first time you're really realizing what this thing does. Not really being able to figure out its magic. You pull up the shield, and as this thing's hooves, its back's hooves kind of kick at your shield, you put it up, and you, as you open your eyes, you see the vines kind of reaching out the front of the shield, and you see it slice multiple times into this thing's hind end. As you do, it's a damage. It is going to take its bonus action to disengage and move to there as it sees Ren dashing behind the tree.
Good try.
And this last one is no longer prone. Take the mark off. It is going to do the same to you, Eggball.
Okay.
The first one is an 8 to hit.
That misses.
So as this thing tries to bite down, and you just get covered in this black, rotten smelling ichor all over your arm. And as you're looking down at you, it's going to try to kick out at you. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just knocks the air right out of your stomach.
I'm going to try to... Go ahead.
It's going to use the disengage action and rush towards Redrick at this point.
What is it from that hit? Though it's a little early, I'm going to be using Stone's Endurance to try to mitigate some of that damage, if not all.
Okay.
So that'll be...
Go and roll.
I don't get to use this die much. This is tiny. Oh boy, so I rolled a 13 total, so I just kind of flex and just sort of just take the brunt and just watch as it runs.
Hey. That is going to be it for them. It is now Redrick as this thing rushes towards you full speed.
All right, as it's like rushing at me, I'll just like lower into like a stance and just be like, "Come on!" As I'll use a bonus action to enter my rage. This time doing the claws, as both arms kind of like like come out into claws. Mac looks like he wants to say something.
Yeah, DM, I forgot to roll Hunter's Mark for both of my attacks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I add that?
Yeah, go ahead.
6 and another 5, so 11 more damage to that.
Minus 11.
And I'm sorry, how much damage did he do to me? It was 8 or 11? I have it marked down. 8.
Apologies, yeah.
So me concentration check. Yes, still up.
Okay. Redrick, you extend your claws.
So yeah, both the claws come out, and then as it kind of like almost runs by me, I'll try and like rake them along the side of it. So just an attack with the claws.
Okay.
4 plus 5 for a 9. That hits, right? 9.
Say that again.
A powerful 9, a big 9.
That'll miss. As you lash out at this thing, it's running too fast. In your rage.
And yeah, that'll be it. Just kind of like get back into that stance and like get ready for it to come at me.
Anything else?
Can you guys not hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. I am
Okay.
I'm juggling 1,000 things.
You're good. You're good. But yeah, I'm good. That's it.
Okay. Apologies.
You guys
I hear you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
All right, that is the end of your turn. It is now Eggball. And
All
we're
right.
going back up to the top. So Vulcan, you're after him.
For my action, I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers. So I'll just go ahead and pop that in the chat real quick. So I will, though the one that just tried to attack me, I'm instead going to look to the one that's over toward Ren. And in Giant, I'm just going to sort of give it a glare and say, fuck! I had a line and I forget what it is. I think it was something like Fuck.
Nice. Cool bard, man.
Yeah, no, I think appreciate it. I was thinking about it the whole time until my turn came up.
Thing doesn't
Yeah,
happen
egg on
until
your
you,
face.
until you get a cool line for it, so
All right, I got it.
that's how you play bard.
Fuck.
Is that the line?
Got it.
Just
You're
fuck.
full on choking at this point, man. What a dud. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Begone, foul beast, or you'll regret this feast.
There you go.
So it needs to make a. Wait. Did it go up?
No, you're okay.
Could've
You
went
don't
up.
need to worry about what posting it. Just
Yeah, okay, so it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
okay. Wisdom save.
And I will go ahead and roll for damage.
Wisdom save. That is going to be a 20.
It saves, but it still takes damage psychic. So I rolled a total of 8, so it takes 4 psychic damage.
Or psychic damage.
And then as a bonus action, since sadly that didn't work, I am then going to look toward Ren. Well, wait, hold on. Yeah, so your stealth was a 12, right, Ren?
Yeah, no, it definitely saw me.
So, well, I was gonna say, and I also see you as well. So then, since that didn't really work out too well, I'm gonna look towards you and just sort of do a quick motion with my hands, and I will give you a Bardic Inspiration. You feel a warmth in one of your pockets. And I will move forward next to Redrick. And I'll take out my long sword and just kind of ready myself.
Ren, you now feel warmth in your pants. Anything else?
All right. Okay. Doesn't have to be a pants pocket.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Alright, if that's everything, Velkin, you are up.
Velkin almost got some of that really gross ichor on her when it attacked Eggball, so she just goes ew, 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 and goes and runs all the way over here. To get away from it. No, thank you. And also to get away from the really loud noises. And then angling it like so it hits here and out this way. She's gonna cast Burning Hands.
Ooh, are you using
Nice.
the gloves or are you doing
Yeah.
it yourself? Okay, awesome.
By the way, you left that loud noise and came over to me going, ah! Fucking holding this thing with my sword.
And the
Yeah.
smell of ichor in the air.
Well, it just it got too close before. So she's, yeah, no, I'm gonna go over this
Good.
way. It's a dexterity save, I think, right?
It is, yes, I believe so. That's going to be a failure.
Okay.
5.
And then sorry, I'm just gonna post it so I can read it. Don't do the dice roll. No, fuck. Here we go. Okay, 3d6. That
Yep.
was a really low roll on that. So yeah, no, I'm rolling my dice. 6,
Music.
1, 7, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of fire.
of fire damage. As
Nice.
Falcon rushes up to you, Calder, you see her reach out the gloves, and from it, you just see these streams of this bright red and yellow fire kind of engulf this thing.
Right on. Yeah, as I'm still like holding it there like it's on a spit for her to roast it, I just give her like a little look and a nod.
Causing the smell to be even worse.
Oh yes.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Alrighty. Who's next? Ren!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Isaiah, you're on deck.
So this thing runs up to me. I'm just gonna like "Oop, disengage. I'm just gonna like make a face, run away, and as I'm turning to run, I'll just swing up my short bow and almost kind of like distractedly take a shot at this one as I'm running. That's gonna be a that's a 20.
20, that'll hit.
Yeah, that's 20. Okay, cool. So with sneak attack, since it's engaged with my friends.
My friends.
Ooh, nice roll. Okay, so 10, 13 plus 4, I think. Yeah, so 17 points of damage to this guy.
Whoosh.
And yeah, that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, and that is my turn.
Alrighty. Isaiah.
I mean, the point is to keep the
That's me
attention
not
on
really
me.
knowing who's up next and looking down. at the
You're
scene.
like verging on announcer voice.
Entering into the ring, yes.
Isaiah, a score!
I mean, if all eyes want to be on me, that's what I'm looking for. So, as this thing just ran over towards Ren, I'm going to run up behind it and see if I can't do an underhanded swing to catch it right in the jollies and keep its eyes on me.
Right in the jollies.
Right in the jollies.
Does it have jollies?
It now feels a warmth in its pants.
I don't want to know.
A lot of warm pants going around.
It was a 15 hit.
A 15 hits, yeah.
Nice, finally.
15, alright.
6 plus 4, so total of 10 damage.
And damage.
And then Grandfather's gonna try and follow that up and get draw a little attention his way with a total of 20 to hit for
That'll hit.
4 damage.
Get it.
14 damage. As you run up, you boom! You definitely hit it directly where you were aiming. And as you do, it kind of leaps up in the air, and as it does, it looks like it's about to kick you with its hind legs. And just at that moment, you see a force knock it just off the angle as it misses, and it turns around towards you angrily.
Come on, boy. Let's do this.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's me.
All right, Calder, you're up. Cassius, you're on deck.
Dope. I'm gonna. My sword's still in this thing, like trying to hold it in place. My attack attempt is going to be just to try to like drag it through its belly. Oh, with a natural 1. Ugh.
As you go to do it, the flames kind of lick at your hands. You have to, you pull out, and as the flames kind of die down, this thing's looking at you, breathing heavily, and just looks at you and turns its head. Help me! You hear it come out of its mouth.
God, I fucking hate that so much.
Awful.
you sick bastard. Thank you, David, for laughing at that, by the way. Little finger guns.
Anything else?
Boy.
Oh, man.
No, I guess not.
Okay, Cassius, you're up.
Oh, wait.
You're on
He's-
deck. Oh,
I lied.
wait.
No, I didn't lie.
You didn't lie.
Sorry, that's all.
Alright, let's see, I'll move a little 5, 10, 15, 20. Move over here. And fire at Chonker up there.
Getting closer and closer to Velkin once again, chasing her with the weapon.
Get back here!
You just love giving hearing damage to Kate's characters, don't you?
Yeah.
It's fun.
All of Kate's
21
characters
hits.
hate the gun.
21 hit? That hits.
21 hits. Alright.
That hits. And another bang fires off in the middle of the Chonderwood.
Go that way! And she's pointing in the opposite direction.
You go that way! And that is 6 points piercing damage.
6 points.
Nice.
I
Is
was
this
here
thing-
first.
That weapon's the sound of us winning.
You hear the as this thing kind of turns its head, you see the ichor just dropping out the one side of its mouth. You hear the crack of the gunshot. It is still just kind of looking at you.
Nasty.
Yeah, alright, I'm good. That's the end of my turn.
All right, it's now their turn.
Oh,
We're
no.
gonna start at this one as it begins to charge up. It runs in circles, and it's going to try to kick you with its hind legs. Calder.
Okay.
Where'd my D20 go? That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll do.
All right. That is 8 points of piercing damage. Sorry.
Okay.
No. Bludgeoning damage. Sorry, not piercing.
Okay.
Nothing really matters. And then as it kicks you with its hind legs, it's going to bite at you. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
All right. Oof. You're gonna take
AC
12
is not
points
like
of piercing damage.
Oh, fuck me.
You feel this ichor just as it bites down your arm seep into your wounds as it just burns and begins to fester. And you can see these blisters begin to form and just burst almost at the exact same time.
Oh, that's
This
awful.
heat that kind of fills the wound. That's the end of that one. Now this one is going to lash out at you, Isaiah, with a bite.
Fair. That's fair.
Just wants to play.
Alrighty, that is going to be a 11 to
Oh.
hit.
Misses, sidestep out of the way.
once again.
Success.
Yeah, concentration.
Success.
All
Yeah,
right, thank you.
both success.
Thank you. And as you do sidestep out of the way, you kind of move, and it's going to once again try to hit you with its hind legs. That is going to only be an 8 to hit this one. As it jumps up, as you whirling after you hit it, right in the
Remember
cojones.
exactly what happened in the river, and I just, oh no, I'm a little bit quicker out of the water.
It is going to use its kicking retreat and disengage, and is going to go over this way.
Oh no.
Ah, that's right.
Ew.
Chase the rogue. That's what I like to do.
Why? Why are you so obsessed with me?
Don't. Alright, now this one is going to, we're gonna have it bite at Redrick and kick it, egg ball. So the bite coming your way, Redrick, is going to be a 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
As you were just too quick for this lumbering beast, you quickly move out of the way.
Lucky.
And as he turns towards you, it's going to kick backward towards Eggball. That is, man, I'm rolling horrible. A 12 to hit. No, sorry, 14.
That just misses.
14. 14 to hit.
That hits, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage this time.
All right.
As another kick finds your sternum.
Gotcha.
It is going to disengage and run towards Isaiah.
Oh, come on.
All
Sorry,
right,
I
that's
can't
the
be
end of their
everywhere, boys.
turn. It is now Redrick.
All right. I'm gonna kind of like whip around and like look at him, and I'll just see this one first and just run up to it, and kind of do like come up under it almost like so that its head would be like right here and try and just grab it with both the claws. So for my attack action, I'm just gonna do a grapple.
Okay.
So that'll be contested athletics, or it can use its acrobatics if it's better. But I do have advantage on this because I'm raging. One went off the table. Alright, so that's 8 plus 3 for 13.
It rolled a 15
Alright.
on the dice. So you rip up, you grab onto it, and it just rips right through your claws. You can see that you did some damage, kind of causing the wounds to kind of open up and the ichor to drip down.
And actually with my bonus action, flavored as that damage, I will try to make the other attack when I have the claws out. I can do 2.
Cool.
Second one as a bonus action. So that's going to be a 17 plus 5 for 23. Or 22. And that's going to do... It's going to do 11 damage.
Nice.
Good roll.
11
Yeah.
damage.
Max damage
Yeah,
on the
and
claw
as
there.
it breaks out of your grapple, the claws just dig in and cause these deep gash wounds. You can see this black, purple like liquid just begin to pour from its neck. It's looking pretty hurt.
Alright. That's turn.
Anything else?
That's my turn.
Egg ball.
Did we lose
Egg?
Liam? He looks
I think he's
frozen.
frozen.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
There
there
you
he
go.
is.
Oh, there he is.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Egg,
Hello,
you're
it's your
up.
turn.
I don't know what happened. Oh. Hi. So bonus action.
Egg.
So I guess first I'm going to run up next to Isaiah.
We're on my end.
Oh, he's here.
He's good. He's good, Joel.
All right, let me refresh mine.
You're good. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to run up next to Isaiah, and as I do so, I will. Let me double check the casting time for this. I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word at 2nd level, over towards Calder.
Thank you.
I'll just I'll say, this is just a bridge, except luck fights back. So let me go ahead and roll 2d4 for this.
Google does wonders, everybody.
What? So you heal 7 points.
7.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
And after having to speak that, and I end up having to meet up with Isaiah, I'm going to go in for a slash using my action, double-handed with my longsword. So I'm going to go and roll for
Okay.
this.
Go ahead.
I'm almost at half hit points again.
Fuck!
Jeez.
That's a 7 to hit.
7 will miss. Not really used to this
Alright.
large blade and willing in too much combat. You swing at this thing and just you clank it right into the ground. Anything
I'll
else?
just kind of frustratingly pull it out and ready myself next to Isaiah.
All right, Velkin, you are up. Next is Ren.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Okay.
With the glove.
Run away!
Spending a charge of the gloves.
Yep. So let's make that save. 5, 11,
It's going to succeed with a 16.
and I got 16 points of damage. So
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Still pretty good. As this thing, once again, you see the flames jut out of Velkin's newly acquired gloves. As it's kind of looking at you, Calder, once again, it just gets hit by the flames. You hear just a scream, like a human-like scream coming out. Ah! And that's it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. Ren, you were up.
Okay,
like that.
so just immediately gonna scramble back from this thing, disengage, and as I'm running away, I'm gonna swing up my short bow, and it just looked at me and was like, "Help me!" And she's just gonna say, "No, just die." Ooh. Okay. Bardic Inspiration is a D6, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's a D6.
Okay, and I'm gonna have my little power snack on the way.
If you don't mind me asking, what is that snack? Just out of
So
curiosity.
I think, is it the same every time, or can it change?
Whatever you'd like. Whatever you think would be the best fitting.
Whenever you reach into your pocket is what you pull
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think
Okay.
your subconscious would pull out?
Right now she's pulling out like a strawberry tart.
Ooh.
It's like a
Nice.
warm strawberry tart, like not too sweet, not too tart, but it's good.
Tasty.
Tasty. Yeah. So 8 plus 3 is 11 plus what is it? 6 is 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Which one are you
Yes,
firing
okay.
at again?
I'm firing at this guy that I'm
Okay,
running away from,
awesome.
and so sneak attack. Ooh.
Mhm.
All right, so let's see. That's a
That's an
19
evil
points of
laugh.
damage. No. Wait. Hang on. I can't math. 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 4 is 21 points of damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Points of
That guy.
damage.
Yeah.
Say, ew, no, get away from me. You kind of eat this tart, and you just feel like all of a sudden your vision kind of focuses. And you know where it exactly hit this thing. As it goes to bite at Redrick, it opens its mouth, and you just fire an arrow into it. You hear it scream as the arrow punctures its mouth.
Very disturbing.
Quick question,
they
Ren,
sound
have
like
you
people.
taken damage?
I have not, no. I've
Okay,
just
never
been
mind.
running away.
Oh, good.
Okey-dokey. Anything else, Ren?
That is my turn.
Isaiah, you were up. Calder on deck.
Egg, good, you're here. Keep its attention. And I'm going to just circle around the thing and try and see if I can get
He's the fleshy uke.
I'm the original.
The original uke.
the original Luke, yep. I'm gonna cycle around and see if I can get find an opening where Egg's got its attention and I can get a good solid smack in.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think from there I should have flanking.
You should. Yeah, go ahead.
That's not great. That's not good.
It fell on the keyboard.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
I saw your guy move, by the way, your little token.
Does it count where it fell on the keyboard?
It counts if you can read the number, it counts.
Because it's a 20.
Oh!
Hey!
there you go.
Hey!
I will take that.
I vote that it
Thank you very
counts.
much.
It was a big ask, but it paid off.
No, never mind. I rescind that.
Ah.
Only counts if it's a 1.
4, 4, and 4, so total of 12 damage with the hammer.
All right.
Nice.
Big damage with the hammer.
Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em
Still
up.
coming in on that back end. Let's do
Let's
it,
see it.
grandfather. That's 18 plus 5 for
That'll hit.
4 damage.
That'll hit.
Nice. Good boy, good boy. And that is us.
All right. As you kind of using ook, oh my god, there we go again. Using the original ook, egg ball, as a distraction, you wheel around, and as you do, you just boom, smack this thing right in the jaw, sending this ichor just flying onto the ground, kind of splattering into the dirt.
Gross.
As once again, grandfather fires another beam of force energy into the side of this thing. All right, Calder, you are up. Castus on deck.
Okay. Okay. Real quick question. How's this thing looking? I know it was looking nasty, but like, does it look pretty hurt at this
It
point
looks
or no?
really nasty now. This thing is covered in burn. Its fur is beginning to burn away. It's just barely standing. You can see multiple stab wounds from where you stabbed it in its chest. You can see the blood just pouring out. You can tell it's wobbly for sure.
Okay. That's a 19 to hit, and I'm gonna go for just as it's kind of like, I don't know, getting nasty and in my face, and it took the burn. I'm gonna kind of just like bop it in the face to knock it off balance a little bit, and go for a big strike at its neck to try and chop this thing's head off.
Okay. Roll damage.
11, 13 plus 4 for 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. As you kind of bash it in the nose with your sword, it backs up for a moment, and in that quick reaction, you just and you as you go to swing at it, it looks up at you and says, "Please don't!" As it's dead.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So as I kind of, we'll say for fun flavor, I hack most of the way through, but I don't quite get all the way through its neck, so it kind of like slows off to the side weird and like falls to the ground, still connected by weird bitsy strands of flesh. And I'll kind of lift my sword up, gore dripping off the blade, turn with just all fury on my face, and I'll use my movement to run over to this guy and join the party.
Okay.
And that'll be me.
Castus, this thing is
Okay,
now right in front of you.
This awful thing, like, oh god, it smells even worse. I gotta go, and I'm gonna move my way down, move my way over here. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I can make it over here. Oh,
Does get an attack of opportunity on you.
of
As
course.
it tries to kick at you with its hooves. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Oof, that hits. Okay.
So that is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Kicks you in the side and kind of sends you skittering before you clamber back up to your feet.
I forget, was
Ow, 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 ow.
Castus was not within 5 feet of me, was he? Oh, no, wait.
It's the pet
No,
that's
never mind. It
within
doesn't
5
matter.
feet of you.
The creature has to be within 5 feet of me.
Right.
I'm going to use my Sentinel attack.
Okay.
He's hitting Castus. Do I get the flanking bonus, or do I have to be opposite somebody, not just
You have
that
to be opposite.
Okay.
Yeah.
11.
That'll miss.
Ow. All right, I'm firing. All right.
You turn, skid, kind of clamber back up off your feet. You turn and take aim.
That is 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, that is 8 points of piercing damage.
He is exactly what you needed. And
Yes.
fire, and it hits this thing square in the head, and all it does is,
Oh, so gross. But I get my grit back. And since I just got kicked, bonus action, second wind. That's 1d10 plus 4.
Okay.
Ew. Ah. That's 6 points.
6 points. Big heals.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. It is now their turn. Well, its turn.
Oh, no.
as it is going to first it'll bite at Isaiah. The last ditch effort here. It's a 19 to hit.
So, this is a question for you.
Oh god.
I'm gonna use shield,
Okay.
the spell, and that will not hit. Never mind. So I'm just gonna use shield, and that doesn't hit. Instead of bringing the shield up, he brings the warhammer up, and as he does, like a shimmering wave of force follows behind it and stays in place to block the blow.
Okay. So you just, what does it look like? Just a shimmering force?
It looks like almost living lightning bolts that just weave together into a flat pattern,
Very cool.
almost like a window pane or something.
Yeah, very cool. As this thing kind of goes to bite down on you, it hits this arcane energy, sending these electric like sparks, and almost as if a barrier in front of the shield has appeared, kind of shooting up along the shield. And then it's going to turn. As it does so, it's going to buck at Eggval.
All right.
That is only in 10 to hit.
That misses.
As you quickly sidestep, as you remove your sword from the dirt, kind of just dodge out of the way just in time. That's going to be the end of its turn. Redrick.
All right. Once again, the thing in front of me just kind of dies. So I'm like, like turn around and like go right to the next one. I will just kind of like get 5 feet away from it and like leap and just come down like with both claws into it. So let's try and make these 2 claw attacks, and I'll make these ones reckless because I definitely remembered I had that ability. The first one's gonna be a 22 to hit.
For the one ability of
I
Barbarian
know.
has is
Shut up. Hey, I rage sometimes. So the first one's a 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then that's gonna be 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
All right, and then the bonus action, another claw, just kind of both of them in the same strike. That is 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and that one is 6 points of damage.
Points of
Nice.
damage. Okay. You all begin to surround this thing. The draconic-like visage of Redrick and his claws come over, just roaring, flashing twice.
And then I'll kind of like prowling like circle over here.
Okay. Redrick.
That's my turn.
Or not Redrick. Eggval, sorry.
Bonus action, trying to go out for another swing, two-handed.
Okay.
Don't fail me now! You failed me again! I rolled another 2, that's a 7 total. I'm fucking...
Distracted by the draconic rage next to you, you swipe again, finding nothing but dirt as a puff of dirt just flows up into the air.
Would Eggval technically be flanking with me since I was flanking with him?
Yeah,
To give advantage?
you're right.
Oh, wait, okay, hold on. Well, no, fuck that die. That
Glad
die
you said
shit.
something.
Hey, okay, that's better. So that's a 15 total.
That'll hit.
Yeah, cool. Alright, so that's the thing. Thing. Stick with the same. Yeah, okay. So that's 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay, as your first swipe hits the dirt and sends puff of smoke, and you slash at it once more, cutting it right across the belly as it almost the sound of a man as its guts just kind of fall onto the ground. The black purple ichor just begins to puddle around you. It is dead.
Oh.
Oh. Yay! Oh.
Calder, you need a hand with that. You look a little. You all right?
I'm all right. Anybody else hurt?
I'm okay. What the hell are those things?
Has anybody
It's a
seen
good
anything
question.
Yeah.
Let me figure it out.
May I end my rage?
You man.
Question? Alright, cool.
Calder
Interesting.
squeezes his sword between his forearm and bicep and just wipes the blood off and sheathes it. And then I'm gonna divine sense and see if I pick up what these things are.
Celestial, fiend, or undead, correct?
Correct.
Oh, let me see.
Or anything affected by yada yada, such as the Hollow spell. Desecrated
Look
or
up
consecrated.
one thing.
While you're doing that, Calder Velkin walks over and she says, "You look kind of disgusting." And she snaps her fingers and clears the ichor you're covered in off you.
Yeah, disgusting kind of comes with the work, but thank you kindly.
She raises an eyebrow and like looks down at herself, who is like pristine and clean, and says, "Yeah, part of the job."
As you do that, Isaiah's over on the other side, like cutting into this thing with a knife to see what it was and whether the
What's in
parts were like stitched together or naturally occurring together.
While everyone's kind of like calming down, I'll just like still kind of in that like stance, like just like walk away from the group a little bit and like cool off. Like see him like for like a minute, probably like shake his head and like just like deep breaths.
Castus, how messed up are you looking right now? If
I'm actually
just kind
okay.
of quick glance.
I got kicked kind of hard, but I'm okay. I'm all right.
And then I guess Isaiah, in that same vein, how are you looking as well?
Oh, I'll be fine. I can take care of myself if I need to.
Celestial, fiend, undead, consecrated, desecrated.
Yeah, I'm looking at one thing. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Boulder, you okay? You had that one for a while.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
You don't get anything registering on these creatures, mainly because they are deceased.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it would work.
I had to make sure that was a thing if they had
Gotcha.
to be living, quote unquote.
Gotcha.
These
Ren's
things look-
pretty
now-
freaked out. Sorry, go ahead.
So now the things are. Do they have any sort of human appearance, like pieces,
That's
like?
Literally
all
what I was about
on
to
it?
say.
You
Ren's
can
gonna
give me
look
an
for evidence of any human.
investigation check
Yes.
or a medicine check.
They are nasty.
Can
I get in on
Isaiah's
that?
been looking at the
Yes.
body, looking for medicine,
Go
so he could help either one of you if you're better at it.
Just those two can roll.
Medicine.
Those two can roll.
I'm doing investigation, and I'm looking for any evidence of like human clothes or tools or gear or anything like that.
Okay.
9 on medicine.
Can I make a check to see if Velkin knows what these things are?
Sure. I would have to be nature or arcana.
Okay, I'll do Arcana.
And that was a 14 on investigation.
So, Castus, as you begin to look around at this thing, I had said it before. It looks like a mishmash of different creatures. Body of a hyena, legs of a horse, head of like a badger. They all three of them vary in shapes and sizes and coloration, but there's no sign of human parts affixed to them at all.
Okay. All right.
Investigation, you don't see anything or anywhere that these creatures could house like weaponry or armor or anything a human would normally wear.
Okay.
Arcana check? Arcana?
17, 10 plus 7.
So a 17. You have never seen one of these creatures before in your life, even with a 17.
So the first time since you've met her, which I mean has only been a few days, but Velkin looks stumped as she's looking at these things. And she pulls
Blue
out a
eyes.
little notebook and starts writing in it.
Calder just kind of nudges one of the dead ones with his toe, like pushes it a little bit. Keep running into weirder and weirder shit.
I mean,
Where the hell did they
that
come
makes
from?
Probably one of these portals. But one thing Isaiah is looking to see, one thing real quick, are the parts quote unquote naturally bound? Like, did this thing grow that way, or was it stitched together?
Good question.
Investigation or medicine check?
I guess around the same vein, I did want to ask more of Eggball's more of curiosity, since he cut one open from the belly. He kind of wanted to check in the inside to see if everything that's supposed to be there is there. Since he's dealt with a few things. I think you're muted.
As Isaiah's looking to Calder, kind of like tap him on the shoulder. Can you make anything of this and give you guidance?
Not so bad. That's 3 on the guidance, so that's a total of 19.
Ooh.
19. They look naturally put together is the best way I can describe it. There's no obvious signs of stitching or like these have been even like cauterized. There's no signs that like where the different limbs would be attached that they're have been attached by anything but them being born that way or created that way.
Well, these things certainly look like fucked up and weird, but not under anybody else's influence. I guess they must have been. That probably my best guess is they're another one of these things coming through from the little offshoots that Ada was worried about.
I'll look at Velkin and I'll say, they had like the blue eyes, the glowing blue eyes, like the blue flame, and you said that was corrupted. Do you think these could be like corrupted creatures?
Can I make a check, Evan?
With a 17, what I would say that you would probably ascertain out of this is that they were affected somehow by the corrupted magic. You don't know enough about the blue flame or how it works in general to be able to see like how something would be transferred to that kind of a creature.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she just says, possibly, but I'm not positive. I'll be begrudgingly as completely honest as I can in saying I don't know what the fuck these things are.
Redrick, at this point, as you're kind of calming down away from the party, you hear a voice inside your head. The same as before when you were in the Chondawood. Redrick. Oh, Redrick.
Probably like a little bit of a jump at first, but then just like look around and like. And you said it's the same one that I heard in my head before, right? Not
Yep.
like okay, the voice of one of the imps.
My boy, my boy, my boy. Look at all of them pondering. Why are you even here? Look down. You look and you can see your claws are still erect. You think you control it? And it cuts off. You could kill them all right now if you wanted to. Do you think they really accept you? You're just an orphan. Some shady back alley in a big city that no one cares about. These people especially. You feel this weight kind of fall off your shoulders as you are now cooling off, and you can see as you look down, your hands are beginning to transform once again into your normal human hands.
I don't know. Didn't seem much for listening last time, so I'm just kind of like, I'll just kind of like look at my hands for a while and like make sure like with the left hand that's still kind of all scaly, I'll like do the claws in and out a couple times. Make sure, if I can, make sure it's back under my control or...
Yep.
Fuck. Oh. And I'll go back to the group.
Well, as much fun as it is sitting around these stinking fucking things, maybe we should get back to the horses and make camp. It's dark.
Good idea.
Yeah, I think she was closest to Calder. She'll reach out for him and just say, 1 second. Gonna go into Eorince's eyes. Are the carts fine? Or is the cart fine?
Give me a perception check.
Oh god. Okay. This is with Eorince, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's an 11 on the die. Eorince gets a +5, so 16.
16. Lawrence, lapping at his paws a little bit,
Okay.
looking around. Seems to be quite calm. But you do see something. Another cat. Familiar Draco now finds his way to Yoren's and is sitting there next to him.
Oh, they get along now. That's good. And she's going to blink her eyes, and Calder would see the cat eyes fade into the natural bright red ones. Cart's fine. So we're not stuck on our feet for now.
Good. Little strange, but good.
Oh, the horses are the same. Let's go get Ook.
Yeah. Let's get
Yeah.
a move on.
Yeah, let's get away from this place.
Okay.
Oh, could you do the thing? I got a little close to him.
Oh.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Thanks. But that's gonna come in real handy.
And who's ever walking near her would notice that she like rubs her hands together and then like pats them on her neck, and it smells nice. She's using prestidigitation as her like to make her smell better.
As it does reek, and as these bodies lay around you, the stench is even worse.
Yep, she does not want to smell like these things. No way. No way in hell.
Hope the wildlife knows enough to stay away from that. I don't think that'd be good eating.
As
Unless,
like,
hey, you want to try it? You could always cook something up for us.
I'm not eating that.
I don't want to eat that either.
I don't think would be a good idea. Doesn't look okay. I caught some. Oh wait.
See like a bubble in one of the guts. Just
Oh,
No, thank you.
No.
so
As
you
I-
guys head back to Ook. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as I like get back to the group, just like, so we think those things came through a portal, right? Things around here.
Maybe.
Ooh, that's an idea.
I didn't know you weren't more dragony than you already are.
Sometimes when it's useful.
And you can control it well?
Yep. Got it under control perfectly.
Can I insight that?
I think everyone is.
Everybody just turns their head to Redrick. Slightly.
I just got an 11.
I got a 17,
Oh,
bitches.
All right.
Kind of hard to read.
All right.
I mean, Redrick has always had, since you've known him, this quality about him that sounds like everything he says is a lie. So it's hard not to believe this one. Or distrust it, whichever way you want to take that.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of narrows her eyes slightly and just says, all right.
All right.
Okay. As you gather your things, you head back towards Ook, who's now in a different position since Isaiah has left him. He's now sitting, sort of upright, holding the horses. They're kind of walking back and forth, and you see him. He's kind of like letting them go. He extends his arm as long as he can, and he pulls them back.
Pretty neat.
And then as you get closer, you almost notice this Isaiah, and then he freezes.
Okay. Go reclaim them.
Interesting. That definitely goes in a notebook somewhere.
But he's definitely sitting. He was standing upright like he usually does, holding the reins. He's now sitting, holding them. Kind of just...
Very interesting.
Ooh, come along. Let us get back the horses. We'll head back to the cart.
Ook gets up.
I'll hop up on my horse and extend a hand to Velkin.
Oh, she gladly takes it. Hops up
Help her
behind you.
Okay. Head back to the cart. It is now nighttime, probably close to midnight. So those of you who have dark vision are pretty much leading yourselves back to the cart.
Trying to keep up, Egg.
As you make your way, you do see
As I'm running
Draco.
next side.
See Draco.
hey, buddy.
Cassis. He hops down off the cart. Runs up to you.
Hey, buddy. Get those scritches.
He purrs.
Pick
So-
him up, and put him on the horse with me.
Do you guys continue on, or do you make camp for the night?
Maybe just long enough to find like a decent campsite.
Okay.
I would think.
Maybe on the mountainside instead of the forest side.
Okay. It'll probably take about an hour or so to do so,
Okay.
and set up and everything. At that point, most of you are exhausted.
Well, they're on the horses because Falcon's sitting right behind Calder. She says, "You smell," and she's gonna use prestidigitation on him to make him smell better because she has to sit so close.
It's a little rude, but fair enough.
Oh, just being honest. You smell great now.
What is it? While we're on our way to a campsite, since I'll be in the cart, I'm gonna prep all the fish that I've caught, just so that way once we set up, I can get right to cook into it and get to bed.
Sure. Anything else anybody wants to do? Say, before bed is had.
Well, I would say that. I'm sorry, Calder, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, before bedding down, I'd probably pull Roderick aside for a minute.
So,
You doing okay? I know you said you were, but
yeah.
you separated from us a little bit. It's not the first time that's happened.
I mean,
We had that little chat before. Really, you doing all right?
yeah, those things were just nasty. I was just trying to wipe off some of the slop, you know? Didn't want to do it right in front of everyone. Yep.
The rolls are so bad.
19. It's a nat 19. I don't have any bonus to these.
It's not that
7.
you. It's not that you trust him. It's just you'd rather not pry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Well, listen, just I feel like a fucking parrot saying the same shit over and over to
Yeah,
different
you
people.
sound
But if
like
you,
a parrot.
if you have, all right.
Redrick and Falcon are just slandering Calder.
Somebody needed to. My NPCs got tired of it.
We don't have an NPC in this episode, so
just
we gotta
trying to be a
pick up,
good guy,
pick up the
damn.
slack.
Calder's like, he was initially taking a attack of like just trying to be like a good dude, calm and understanding, and at that he kind of just goes a little more straight. Listen, if you have problems, let me know. If you lose control and you try to hurt somebody, I'll stop you.
I
I
wouldn't
turn around and
expect
walk
anything less. Nope, okay.
You can try. In the Anakin voice.
All right. Well, so Cassius would head up to Ren as they're all kind of just settling down, and take a seat. Like, how are you? How you doing? You seemed kind of a little tired today. Before our little adventure.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I'm not really used to all this like camping and stuff. I'm kind of like a city girl. I think maybe that's why I'm having all these nightmares.
Yeah. I avoided the woods as much as I could when I was as possible, but we were talking, and I realized that we never really got a chance to discuss the whole water trip we both had.
Yeah, we didn't. What was it like for you?
Oh well, it's a little easier to talk about. It's been a bit of time, so and Calder's been great with dealing with that bullshit, and I saw my dad, which is a neat trick since he died before I was born, but it was strangely nice to see him. I mean, when I saw him, he was dead, so that kind of puts a little sours that a little bit, but it was still weird to actually see him. And he kind of reaches into his underneath his armor and pulls out the crest, as he often does when he's talking about his father. Like, it's just it was and
Real
was
quick,
strange.
DM, do I recognize what's in his hand?
The crest of his father?
Mm-hmm.
Something very similar that you do recognize.
As you're talking, you're like in the middle of this like heartfelt speech about your dad. You pull that out and you're looking at it, and as you're talking, Ren's just gonna kind of like reach over, like almost like in a dream, like grab your wrist and pull it towards her and just look at you and say,
What?
where did you get that?
Can I have my hand back, please?
But yeah, sorry, it's not that. Was she stronger than you actually?
Shots fired. Total shots fired.
9 strength.
There you go. You've seen this symbol around, especially when you were younger. It's just kind of, it's almost like whenever you remember those toys that you used to play with whenever you were real little. You know that
Yeah.
you can faintly remember it, but you remember it being specifically associated with your father. Sometimes things located on clothing that he had, things that he possessed and carried. You've seen this symbol before. You don't really know what it means, or maybe have a complete understanding of it, quite. But
It was my father's. I'm gonna try to do an insight check to see if I know what the kind of have an idea of she knows what this might be.
go ahead, insight check. Ren, if you're trying to hide it or anything like that,
She's
you
not
can
doing
go
a
ahead and
very
roll.
good job if she is.
No.
That's a 9 for. Oh no, insight's actually good. It's I just had it's a 13.
Ren,
Well, I'm not trying to hide anything, so
Okay.
she just looks. She just looks really kind of like startled. Like really, she was kind of sad listening to you, and then she saw that, and then now she's just really kind of just extremely startled.
Or do you, how do you? Why do you care about this?
You said it was your dad's?
Yes. Why?
Well, my dad used to have a symbol like this too. Do you know what it is?
No, he does. He holds it out. He holds it up. Can't keep it away from her, but kind of flips it and shows the back like he did with Egg. That has the kind of the pegs and divots that on the back of it. No, just found it. It was in my dad's stuff. So you.
Do the pegs on the back of his symbol mean anything to me?
you look at it. They look like they would fit into something, but the pegs, no. The symbol means more than anything.
I don't know about like the. You go.
What? So, I'm sorry. Did you say that your father? Because I kept trying to parse between the in and out of.
Yeah, yeah. She told you that her father used to have a symbol, just like that.
What did your father? Why did your father have one of something like this?
I don't really know. His work was kind of secretive. I don't really know what he did.
Okay. Well, what was his name?
She kind of just draws up really short. And I'll like look around and like just check and see if anybody else is listening to the conversation, and then
Yes, at this point he's going to look around too, see who else
Yeah.
maybe paying attention.
I don't know if we're close
And-
enough or awake. I don't know.
Velkin's probably awake, but she's reading.
You're gonna hear in your head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna hear in your head. Just keep it to yourself for now. His name was Ives Bauer.
Highly unlikely, but would I have heard this name at all?
Give me a history check.
Oh, my history is so good.
With you, buddy.
Oh, weird. Okay, with my -1 in history, I still have an 18.
With an 18, you've never heard that name before in your life. Something I do want to tell you, Ren. You do know the name that is associated with that
Okay.
symbol.
Okay.
I didn't want to say you didn't know it, but yeah, you do.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay,
But you
good.
don't know. You don't
Um,
really know exactly what that was, but it was mentioned around your father and you guys, especially when him and Logan would talk and stuff like that.
And you'll hear in your head, all I know about the symbol is that it represents something called the eclipsing moon. My dad was involved with. And so I guess maybe your dad was involved with too?
At this point, he's gonna kind of get up, kind of offer his hand out to you. Like, I wanna take a little walk with you, okay?
Oh, okay. And she'll reach up and take your hand.
All right, so I'm gonna put some distance between everyone.
Is
Yeah.
anybody
And you're
else
just gonna
awake?
hear
Oh, sorry.
sorry, and you're just gonna hear in your head like, we can't talk this way too, just so you know.
I just want to put some distance. That's all.
Okay.
What's everyone's passive perception?
10.
9.
13.
13.
No one would know. Apologies.
Is anybody else awake?
It's only those two.
Oh,
Unless
and Velkin?
I was assuming this was just during watch, but we never really specified. So I'm assuming they were having this conversation privately anyway. So
Yeah.
Well, it's more so, yeah, Velkin kind of looks up at them because she did part of her trance and she stays up and then she partly trance. So she just kind of like looks up as you guys leave, arches an eyebrow, and then goes back to reading.
Vulcan
So
thinks
it's-
y'all fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the second night in a row you guys have
That's-
wandered off
that's-
together.
Crazy kids.
Fair.
I know. Crazy
It's a fair
kids and their
suspicion.
crazy VD. So, just because he's paranoid and he's not used to this, he just wants to put some distance. And
Yeah.
so, while they're still having a conversation mentally, he just wanted to make sure he's just in no way and could eavesdrop in some mystical way he's unaware of. And so he's like, well, all this mentally. From what I know, from what my mother told me, is that my father was involved with the eclipsing moon. He apparently was one of the bigger. I don't know if he was ahead. He was just. I know he was top tier. She would tell me that often when she was on her bender, because she would then weep incessantly about everything that she lost. And so I don't know much. I just know that the eclipsing moon they were a big group before the Five Blades came tromping on through and taking over. And I'm gonna regret this question, but have you ever heard the name Tyrion?
Have I?
La Vista.
give me a history check.
I have not. Yeah, no, I haven't. That's a 3 plus like
Mm-mm.
2, so yeah, 5.
You have not.
No, my dad didn't really. He didn't really talk to me about that kind of stuff. Me and my other brother.
Oh, can I ask you a question about your father then?
Yeah.
What was he? Is he alive,
Um,
or was he culled or absorbed in?
you're just gonna kind of see her face go still, and just everything about her. She'll just get really still for a second, and she'll just say, "You'll hear in your head, pretty sure they killed him." And you have dark vision.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably just notice like she starts crying. She's not like sobbing, but it's just like tears. If you couldn't see it, you wouldn't know. But if you can see it, then you'd know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I figured. I mean, from what my mom said is that either join, leave, or die, and I guess die was the option that many of them took.
When did that all happen?
I mean, from what I know, since it was before I was born, at least at minimum, about 20 years.
I don't know what it means. My dad had that symbol when I was young, and then but he only died recently.
What? Wait, what? Don't mind me asking. I know it's rude to ask a lady, but how old are you?
Um, I've kind of lost track of the days, but I'm pretty sure I just turned 19 a few weeks ago.
That doesn't make any sense. The eclipsing moon was taken out almost 2 decades ago.
You fucking DM. You crazy, creepy DM. All right, have I noticed?
What did I do?
This is a weird little thread. I didn't like the look on your face. All right, has Rin noticed anything? Has Rin noticed? Oh, this is a weird question. Has she noticed anything different about the world since she left home? Any
What do you mean?
Is
any
Ren a
like
time traveler?
yeah,
that's
any,
I
That's
feel
the
like
what
that
year is
question.
this
should
moment?
That's really hard to tell.
Okay.
You're not really versed in time travel, but
Right.
I will say this: the times are obviously not matching up. You don't feel like you've jumped in time in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. You're definitely just as old as you were yesterday, the day before. You can easily go back and almost remember each day.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
20 years. It's been less than 2 months.
That can't be right, because and at this point he's actually talking, he's ignoring the psychic part because he's getting really frustrated. If that were the case, where was everyone? Why did I have to endure all this alone, and everyone else was perfectly fine? It doesn't make any sense. So clearly something's wrong.
Well, you're not enduring it alone, because my dad's dead too, but it just happened.
I spent 15 years essentially by myself. The reason why my mom had a major freak out and became the drunk and asterisk that she is now is because a man that I think his name was Wumdi or some stupid name, said that it was gone. The group was gone, and that he was joining the Blades, and that anyone who associated with us, with those who did not join, whether they died or were exiled, were to be left completely alone. Anyone who were to associate with us would be punished. And so I spent 15 years alone because of that. So are you telling me that this group existed up until at least 2 months ago?
I don't know. I just know that my dad had the symbol. That's who he worked for, and it only happened 2 months ago. And I had to run too. I don't know why, but it's not just him. They wanted my brothers, they wanted me. I'm running and I don't even know why I'm running.
As you say that, he's kind of just he's fuming but he kind of just slowly settles as you hear that. It's like, I don't know why I'm running either. I have a question. Do you still have contacts with the eclipsing moon? Or at least anyone? Do you know anyone?
I no, I don't know a lot about my dad's work, but I always kind of got the impression that he was trying to protect us from it. It's kind of the reason that like I can like be really sneaky and like I know how to fight and all that kind of stuff. He taught us all when we were kids. And at first we just felt like it was a game, and then we kind of got older and we sort of realized that there was a reason behind it. But no, I never met anybody that he worked with. I was actually thinking about asking Redrick if he had any contacts in the city.
Do you know if Redrick is associated with the eclipsing moon?
I don't know if he is, but he said that he's not associated with the Five Blades, and right now I just need information. And I've kind of like been dragging my feet for the last 2 months, and I'm kind of getting the feeling like I really need to start looking for my brothers. So I think I need to take the risk and ask him.
I think I need to talk to someone in that group because I need to know why.
Me too. My life was completely normal 2 months ago. I was going to be a dressmaker.
I was a tinkerer's apprentice until Warlin Poe came trotting in, and then I had to run.
Yeah. My whole life is gone and I don't know why, and I'd like to. So kind of seems like we can find answers in the same place.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I see a breather. I'll catch you by the fire. Give me a few minutes.
Yeah. And Ren's gonna kind of wander back, but she's not gonna go straight back to the fire either. She's just gonna kind of wander away from you and get close to the camp, and then just climb a tree for a few.
He just sits on the ground, just staring at the crest, and just not crying. He wants to cry, but he's just so frustrated and just upset. Just so many feelings. He's just sitting there and just shaking. And he'll do that for about 10 or so minutes before he finally gets up and wanders back to the camp.
So you're the first one back?
Yes.
Okay. I rolled the thing to see if Velkin would notice the
Probably
mood.
pretty easy.
Well, Would notice the mood pretty easily.
Yeah, on his face, it's not hard to tell that he's visibly upset about something after returning.
Did you break up? I don't mean to pry. I'm old and I can see something's wrong, but
Vulcan, she's not my type. And he just sits down and stares at the fire.
you know what? I understand. Okay, cool. Noted. She goes back to reading.
Velkin, fuck off.
Essentially.
Tone was there.
Yeah.
Ren, do you eventually make your way back, or?
Yeah. She's she probably is in the tree for like half an hour, like a very similar kind of just taking a minute. That's the first time she's like talked about her dad's death, and it just takes her a few to kind of process and calm down, and then she'll go back.
The morning comes. It is cooler now. The mildew sticking into the grass around you. Your clothing and the bedrolls and anything really cloth is damp as you wake up. The fire itself has diminished to nothing but embers and ash at this point in the morning. Kind of put your light jackets and things that you would prepare yourselves for the travel ahead. Preparations are made. You think things are packed back onto the horses, and you guys continue on down the road. The next couple of days are rather uneventful traveling, except one thing. You notice more and more traffic heading the opposite direction of you towards Elbador. Now that you're getting closer and closer, this is about the third or so day, so the fourth day of travel from where you had last. We kind of on the bridge, since the bridge. Whoever's leading the pack, I would like someone to give me a perception check.
Who's leading?
Sure.
Whoever would like to.
13.
13. It's pretty easy to see. The frustration, one, on the people's faces that are heading away from you, and also the line of about 30 to 40 carts, horses, traveling parties that are lined up on the road, heading, in your direction. Eventually, you get up to the back of the line. You can see in front of you is an older gentleman, standing about 5'5". He's kind of round, balding, except for some patches of white hair on the sides of his head, round belly. He's just kind of sitting up against his wagon with a small brown horse attached to it. You can see in the back, just visibly, produce and some other things that he's probably trying to transport. That's the closest gentleman that you see. But in front of you, there's about 39 more carts. And it's even hard with that perception check to see why we're all waiting.
Excuse me, sir. Any idea what this is about?
What's about the waiting?
Right, the line.
Some sort of checkpoint. The Enclave is apparently in town doing an investigation of some sort. Won't let anybody through. Yes, the Enclave.
Do I know that name?
The Emerald Enclave. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yep.
Roll a history check.
Valken knows about this, right? From her time traveling.
Yep. You would know about the Emerald Enclave.
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 The Enclave. 7. You've never heard of the Emerald Enclave before in your life.
Can't say I have, sir. They important?
They're a group from Waterdeep, surrounding area, I believe. I believe that's correct.
That's a long way.
Yes, quite far.
What they be doing around here?
I'm not sure either. I've been waiting here for about 4 days. The only reason I think we've moved up
Hell.
is because everyone keeps leaving.
Y'all want to get off the road, just circle around wide?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to talk with this enclave.
Are they stopping people from using the road or stopping people from entering a town? Or
Entering the village of up ahead, a few miles. This is just one checkpoint. There's supposed to be a couple set up. Security's been high alert.
So we avoid the village, we avoid the enclave? Probably.
We could avoid the village entirely, or we could speak with one of the enclave members at one of these checkpoints, just to see if they'll let us know what's going on.
How are our rations doing, and how are the horses' rations doing?
You're probably getting towards the tail end of the majority of them. I think you got about 2 or 3 weeks worth of rations. 2 weeks worth of rations. I don't remember exactly. So you're probably getting halfway-ish.
I think our best bet in terms of food is to stop in at the village, especially for the horses. We have, if we can, you see her kind of doing some mental math, 250 plus miles past this village till we get to Hardcastle.
Right, well, let's skirt all these carts, get up to the checkpoint, ask what's going on. Maybe we can help. Maybe they'll let us through if we're of use.
Good luck.
Sure.
You're not the only one that's tried. Kind of sits back up against his cart.
Yeah, we're probably stronger than the rest. Let's give it a
Are
shot,
we-
huh?
We're still, the woods are still pretty close to the side.
I
of
mean,
road
the
here.
only way to really go around Torsh is to hit the Chandler or
Yeah.
up and over the mountains.
Yeah, I mean, for now, I'm just talking about, like, getting next to the
No.
road and going up
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
checkpoint.
I think Isaiah was thinking about, like, if you were to scoot around the entire town.
No, I was thinking about, do we want to try and come back to the town through the woods a little bit quieter? See if they've got that side blocked off as well.
I mean, there's always another way into a town than the front gate, trust me.
I trust you know that very well, yes.
That may be an option.
Thank you.
I mean, do you want to speak to someone at the checkpoint before we go
Yeah,
down
let's
that
see
road?
what they have to say at the
That's fair
checkpoint.
enough.
Sure.
We can just head up there and see what. Worst they say is no.
Right. Worth a shot.
No, worst they say is, oh, you're the ones we wanted and we're going to kill you. But
Well,
Okay, that is the second worst thing they could say is no.
you haven't even been to the town yet. Hopefully.
By the way,
Yeah.
as you got closer and closer in your travel towards Torsh, the village of Torsh, you can see some small homesteads. You've been passing some small homesteads and some farms. I forgot to mention on the road. You see all sorts of livestock: cattle, sheep, a lot of sheep, mostly sheep, but cattle, horses, even. You can tell that people here kind of live sparsely, not just in the village of Torsh, but outside it as well. So you have passed some civilization before the cart itself, the cart line itself. But
Okay.
egg, that's a steak. I mean, it's the living version of it, but those are steaks. We just got to kill them, cut them up, and all that.
Yeah, my headphones fell off for a rise. You kind of like wake me up from a nap. Huh? What?
The steak, it's
Huh?
a slab of meat cut off of those.
Those are cows. They become steaks at a butcher shop.
He kind of like looks at them, and then kind of like looks down as like his arms, more of just like the pattern. Looks back at them. They have weird spots. Is that normal? Are they okay?
Fine. Just skin coloring. Kind of like how I'm gray. They got spots.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
let's skirt the line here and head up to the checkpoint. See if we can ask somebody.
Okay. Good.
Nah, it'll probably be fine. I was just thinking about the fibsters. Filter fit. No, it'll probably be fine.
If we're trying to get information, we have the mug.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say no to a little extra help.
That's not a bad idea.
All right. So
Who?
he hands the mug over to whoever is going to actually talk. He's holding it out. Who is? I think might be most convincing of people.
Pretty good on charisma.
All right, and the command word. So he speaks the command word. It'll be loose lips, and it kind of fills up, and he kind of hands it over to you. Like,
Loose
Cassis,
lips.
what is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
ooh, let's do some just nice ale. Ale's good.
Sure.
Can I ride with you, Calder?
I'm gonna be honest. Well, I mean, maybe we should all ride together. But you might be the only person here a little more off-putting than me.
About that, and she'll snap her fingers, and a clock kind of forms below her, and then rises up her, and then down, and she looks like a human woman.
Shit, can you do that for me as well?
I cannot. I'm sorry.
Well, then what use are you? And I drink the ale.
Brutal.
All right, so you now have advantage on charisma checks to gather news, rumors, or gossip for the next 12 hours.
Beautiful.
Or performance checks if you'd like to sing us a song.
You know, I love to dance.
Give some musical.
You
Just
can
hasn't
dance
come
if you
out
want
yet.
to.
I can leave my friends behind.
Yeah.
Can she ride with you, Calder?
Yeah, sure, hop on. I mean, are we all just going together, or
Yeah.
She
I'm
just,
about
I'll
to-
be honest, she just wants to be within physical touch distance.
of me?
Yeah.
I mean, you're riding on my horse anyway, so unless
Yeah.
you've gotten off onto the cart by now, you probably have. I'm thinking of the night before or days
Yeah.
before. At this point.
She was riding in the cart, and she'll get on the back of your horse.
Sure.
kind of thing.
Sure.
Onward.
These things tend to go better when I am not involved, so I'll stay with the cart. Make sure nothing goes wrong.
Stay with Ook.
Yeah, the
So
past.
are you guys staying back, the guys with the cart? Or are you going with them?
We'll be at the back of the line, but we'll be.
Okay, we'll
with
get
them.
in line. We'll hold our spot.
Okay.
Put the spot
Oh,
down.
yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So people who's staying with the cart and who's riding up?
I'm staying with the cart.
I'm going up.
Right.
I've
on.
been working on Ook for like 3 days now, so I'm standing there.
I think it's just Isaiah and I at the cart.
Okay.
I probably would stay at the cart because I'm a little weird looking.
I mean, we have Calder and Vulcan leading the charge, so I don't know.
Well, Vulcan
Hey,
looks like
I
a
look
human.
Oh,
Vulcan
right
looks
now.
like a human
right
now.
Yeah. Calder.
Okay.
What,
So-
what are you gonna do? I'm a talker, but I look weird. I don't know.
As those of you that are riding up on the horses, you get about halfway down the line of carts. You see all sorts of people of different races and varieties. You see some dwarves, some half elves, even some half orcs, all sorts of different peoples. You see carts, people just riding horses. You see families, older people, younger people, all sorts of life in this line. As you get about halfway, though, you begin to hear, "Hey, we've been waiting here really long. Who do they think they are?" Just a bunch of different like mumblings of you guys riding ahead, right? And as you get towards the front of the checkpoint, you can see laid out across the road some turned carts, stacks of boxes and barrels. This enclave has set up definitely a barricade in the center of the road. Give me a perception check. Calder and then one other person.
I have a +3.
Perception. Go for it. You do it.
Okay.
12.
I only got an 8 +3.
Okay. So with a 12, you can definitely see about a good number of structures off in the distance. Probably, a mile to 2 miles. The city of Torch is not too far away.
Do I see as we're getting close to the checkpoint? Do I see like these Emerald Enclave?
So
folk?
I was just about to get to that. So you do see next to the large barrels and boxes and turned carts that sit in the 2 large flags that sit up on both sides of it that hold like a one of the a rectangular flag that kind of comes down to a point. It is deep green, and with it you see a golden image of a stag. The flag itself is embroidered in gold as well, and they kind of flutter in the wind as they stand there. You do see a few people dressed in similar garb. You see a woman who looks like a half elf, a man This looks like probably in his younger 20s. Top knot kind of pulled back really tight. He seems to be taking notes about someone that's getting interviewed at the front of the line. And it's at that point, as you're kind of taking this all in, you see the gentleman that this man is taking notes at. You see them kind of have this conversation, and you see there's bickering happening. And then the man that he was getting interviewed, you see him turn and run towards you. Hey, hold on! You hear the younger man run, and as this man that was getting interviewed, you can see that he is kind of smaller, skinny, scraggly beard, bald head. You can see there's sun pox all over him. He runs up towards you and bumps into your horse, Calder, sending it to go. Animal handling check.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, do I have to make a check to hold on?
Yes.
God.
Dexterity saving throw for you.
Okay, I was like, please don't be strength. I have an 8 strength.
14.
14.
18 for dexterity save.
Calder, with a handle in 14, you go flying off the horse.
Christ!
Smash right into the dirt, sending it flying.
Can I do something? Sorry.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm going to, as soon as Velkin notices that Calder's being kicked off, he would notice time shifts. You get to reroll chronal shift.
It's an animal handling check, right?
Yep.
I mean, worse, much worse.
Oh, okay.
You still hit the dirt. And as the guys and Vulcan, you manage to stay on and fall kind of face forward into the horse. And as the gentleman's running past you, you're like pissed off, Calder. You just see out of the line of the crowd a massive paw, not actual paw, but a hand, just stop this gentleman in his tracks, almost right next to your horse. As you're kind of like laying, you're seeing this through the legs of the horse. The rest of you see stepping out of the line a massive Goliath, similar to our friend Eggball, but this one in size is much smaller in stature, more round, but he is not round as in fat, but as in just a barrel of a Goliath. You can see this long braided red beard that kind of sits down at down to his stomach. He also wears a tabard, and how do I say this? It's sort of scale mail, but almost looks natural in a way. It's kind of vines and all sorts of leaves and decor kind of wrapped into it of the Emerald Enclave. His hair itself is almost like a red like afro that kind of sticks out all frazzled and stuff. Where do you think you're going? As he grabs this man, you see the man's eyes go wide. Boom! As he slams him down to the ground, picks him up, and just takes him, ushers him back to the front of the line.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Get up and I'll just grab the horse's reins and walk the rest of the way to the checkpoint.
You can see now that they brought this man, as you all get closer, you can see that the human, the younger boy or man that was interviewing him, has this guy's cart ripped open, and you can see underneath it, beneath a few boxes that the man had in his cart, a stockpile of weapons. You can hear him say, "And what do you think you're going with these? Huh? Unregistered, unchecked in? You know, people and livestock have been going missing, and you're deciding to smuggle through this town? Unfortunately, that is not allowed. Take him away." And you can see the Goliath kind of, wait, no! And as the Goliath just begins to drag him towards Torsh. "Move the cart," he says to the half-elven woman.
Excuse me. You said livestock going missing?
I didn't think you were next.
I'm not officially. We actually just came up to see what was going on. Figured there were checkpoints, Emerald Enclave, pretty official stuff.
And you would know if it is official. You would wait your turn.
Oh, we're not here just to.
Next, you hear a guy speak next to
Sir,
you.
We're not here just to bounce through the line. We're actually fairly capable. Want to see if we could lend a hand.
Persuasion check.
Jesus fuck me. 2 3s.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Ass. So 9.
Can we do it again? Chronal shift?
Is that like advantage again?
I think it's worded as it's just a reroll. Yeah, it just says you can force the creature to reroll. It doesn't say it has to be like at least that's how I would read it. I might be wrong though.
Let me look.
Evan, I guess. Is that just one additional roll?
I would say it's only one additional roll, yeah.
Okay. Still, that brings it to an 18.
Okay, an 18. Capable, you say? Unlike the
sir.
rest of this lot. Capable how? Looks at all of
Well,
you.
We did quite a bit of service for the mayor and the Order of the Blue Flame back in Obalder, actually. Handled an incursion of devilish fiends and such.
When you say we, you mean...
I and my
Looking
friends
all of you.
here, we have a few of us at the back of the line with our cart as well.
Well... we're short in hands. We may need the swords.
Well, we're happy to be of service if we can.
I'm Tyron, of the Emerald Enclave. I will have to say one thing, though. All of you will be thoroughly checked, your belongings searched. And we will need you on our official register.
Register. What can I ask what that's for?
The Enclave is taking record of everyone that is passing through this town and Hardcastle. There's been a disturbance. Livestock going missing, people going missing, murders.
All right.
We police this area, this part of the southern part of the Chonderwood as well. And much farther east.
Okay. I have to ask, I know it's a long shot. We do have some enemies that are less than savory. Is there any way that this registry could get in the hands of somebody who could be problematic?
He just kind of stares at you. Holding this, like, large ledger book. It's probably about this thick. No.
Alrighty then.
If you want to get into Torch, you will sign the ledger.
I think we can probably do that. Do you wanna? Should I get the rest of my group, and then we can talk about whatever's going on?
People are
See if we-
waiting!
That's why I'm asking you what you want me to do.
Ren, can you do the mind thing and
Right.
yeah.
Velkin, why don't you ride back, grab the rest of them?
Vulcan, yeah. No, yeah,
I'll go back and
you
get
go
them.
get them.
Yeah, Velkin will go back and say, we have to sign some papers, but they're going to let us in on the condition we help them with some murders. Not murdering, but solving the murders.
Dude, I'm better at that part.
I'm better at the other part. All right.
And Velkin's gonna drop her disguise because they'll probably figure it out as soon as we do check through, so it's better to just be upfront about it.
So as
and-
Calder is signing the book, so what's going on? What can we do for you?
Each one of you individually.
All right. Castus will write his name in there. Castus Delia.
You all sign it.
Velkin signs with a different last name.
Okay. What name do you put it under?
Dalmas instead of Mir.
Okay.
I will just put my first name.
Eggval signs it in giant since he's still not really too sure on common for writing.
Eggval. As he sees you, and he recognizes the language that you speak.
And a Renal sign, Rentarlock.
I'll sign and I'll have Ook poke it with some ink on his finger.
What is that thing?
Oh,
Have a
that's
name.
my friend, my librarian.
Kind of looks at you. Right. He can fight.
Okay.
Yep.
And underneath here, the name of your mercenary group.
Oh.
Kind of
Shit.
look around everyone.
Name?
I
I
mean,
What can we call you?
We hadn't really
might
thought
have-
about it till now.
shit.
We're
I
gonna
might have,
continue on as a group. Might be a good idea.
I might have an idea. We can get into it later, but Forgotten Few.
Sounds good.
The Forgotten Few.
I'm partial to
Yeah, sure.
eggs, band of
Fair enough.
misfits.
Well, you all do look rather forgetful. The Forgotten Few, I guess. He scribbles it down. Very well.
Hey,
Head to the town center. You'll find a hall there. Look for my captain. His name is Scald.
Captain Scald.
Don't piss him off. He'll explain everything. Ira, lead them to him. Explain what's going on.
Roger that.
All
Are
right.
you kidding me? I can fight too! You can hear from the back of the line.
As they say that, Yorins is going to swoop right past the person who
Oh!
just called and land on Vulcan's shoulder.
Hey, maybe we could recruit that guy to the Forgotten Few. So he can fight.
Yeah. His
He's,
reaction to
front line.
Red shirt.
As you make your way past the barricade, it is eventually like things are moved aside by the Goliath with help of the half-elven woman, Ira, and you guys are led through along with the cart into the small village of Torch. That's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Okay.
Never
I
long
was,
enough.
Hold the thought.
I know.
Two
Okay.
more hours. 2 more hours. Hear me out.
I know, yeah.
I'll bargain with you.
One of these
Well-
days, we have a day set up like that.
Yeah, like a really long one.
That'd be fun.
That's not a
That'd
bad
be
idea.
great.
Have an early start
love
once or
that.
A
something.
marathon.
It's not a bad idea.
Can we do it when I get back from the UK?
No.
It
Yeah.
would. It's
No.
currently going to be 5 a.m. for me. I'm playing from
You'll just be
1
getting
a.m.
up.
to 5 a.m.
Yeesh.
Oof.
Hit your peak. Hit your second wind.
And
Yeah.
I am playing through the night for you guys.
There we go.
Cheers.
Anyway, since that is the end of our session, little bit of end announcements. Really, just catch us on Nights Off on Saturday, 8:30. It's gonna be, as I said before, me, Mac, David. Any questions you have, you can go to the Discord or send it to us on Instagram, whatever you're more familiar with. Make sure to check out all the stuff we have coming out. Look at Velkin's YouTube playlist. Follow us on socials, and yeah, that's about it.
All right,
Tell your
everybody.
friends.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure, be kind, be happy. Make sure to love each other. Have a good night.
Night.
Night.